Well, for some reason, our private podcast chat is in Rotterdam. I don't know where Rotterdam is, but I don't feel like that's the best place for it to be.
Rotterdam, that's a long ways away.
Yeah. Definitely a long way away.
Yeah, so maybe that was I just put it back to auto so it would pick its its own server. Yeah. So I don't know why our server was set to the Netherlands, but apparently the Netherlands doesn't care for any of us. That's apparently where Rotterdam is. I knew it was somewhere in that region. I just couldn't remember where.
There's a song about it and everything.
Well, the song's not about Rotterdam.
You should sing it for us.
Yes.
It's beautiful south.
Is it really beautiful if it's that far north, though? I mean, is it really south if it's that far north?
Rotterdam.
Yeah, but it's not just about Rotterdam, though, is it?
I don't know. You guys know the song.
Yeah.
You tell us. Is it all about Rotterdam?
So.
This could be Rotterdam or anywhere.
Liverpool or Rome.
Exactly.
Because Rotterdam is anywhere.
Anywhere but home.
Perfect. Perfect.
As intended.
Welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast. Dedicated in bringing you all the latest information, news, and opinions. This is the best show for new and veteran Guardians alike, where we share tips, tricks, and tools to help you succeed and enjoy playing even more. So with all that said, let me hand you over to your hosts, the Triumph Hunting Titan Nitedemon, the pink-panted pansy Peroty, and your Hunter Master Ranger, Mr. No One Respawns in Real Life!
Greetings, Guardians. Your friendly neighborhood Night Demon here. So, keeping with tradition of doing a non-Destiny related show, I thought this New Year's a friendly game of Trivial Pursuit would be a really good idea to play with Respawn and Peroty. How wrong I was. I had no idea that A, we were all really bad at answering general knowledge questions, and B, that they didn't know much about Star Wars trivia. So rest assured, this experiment probably won't be attempted again. Anyway, here's a snippet of the chaos that happened when we tried to play Trivial Pursuit. So welcome to our New Year's Trivial Pursuit game playing podcast. This is where we play Trivial Pursuit and entertain you, our listeners.
Yeah, we thought Destiny was a little overrated. So, from now on, we're going to be doing Trivial Pursuit only. This has become a Trivial Pursuit podcast. We know any and all things trivial.
We will pursue each and every one of them.
So many.
And now that we're in a general chat, if anybody has the gall to jump in, they are then part of the game, I think, at that point. And they have to answer questions.
Well, I have an extra wedge that they can join in the game.
Love it. Love it.
There you go. And if you haven't guessed it, Deacon has returned to be our question master for the evening. Why are you reading a book?
What? I was a bit bored. No,
So I thought Phoenix would get bored quickly. Apparently, Deacon, way quicker.
Hasn't even started yet.
Bring out the saxophone.
If you haven't guessed, she's returned to be the question master. Why are you reading a book?
Because I got a book, a really good book that I wanted for Christmas, but I've got to finish my existing book to read the book I really want to read.
No, just read them all at once. That's what my wife does. She's got like 5 or 6 going.
Oh, I can't.
The more the merrier. The more the merrier.
I get confused. Or the characters start getting confused.
No, you just have to read very different genres of books and they're fine.
What? Very different genres. Yeah, he's got a point. Yeah.
Why are there elves in space? Oh, right, different books.
Or maybe they're not different books? Why are elves in space?
I thought it sounded familiar when I was reading it.
Right? Elves in space. Oh, that's the one with the cowboy elf, right? Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, elves versus aliens.
So we have our board set up.
Oh, God.
What colour would you like to be? Let me show you the
red,
colour.
Green. And now we have Christmas sorted.
Right, can I get my book back out again then?
This one can be pink.
Why is it got to be
pink? I said pink, I said red.
There's no red.
Oh.
I'll be
then
pink.
Purple.
Red. Really basic colour. Why is it not red?
We have pink, blue, green, and yellow.
Ugh.
I'll be pink then.
Pink,
I see purple on the board though.
That's good, Peroty.
You
Pink
see a lot of
GG.
things. It doesn't mean they're real.
Man, blue. Damn it.
These are not respawn friendly colors. There's no settings. Not that they'd work anyway.
There's purple on the map. Look right there, man. Right where he put his hand, there's purple. It's purple, orange, yellow, green. Okay, pink. Whatever. But
No, you're absolutely correct, but it's just way more fun to mess with you.
So yes, this may be a Trivial Pursuit game that says Trivial Pursuit DVD, but we don't have the DVD set up.
We got Star Wars questions.
So when it says watch this scene, we're just gonna have to guess.
No. Yeah, we'll skip that bit because we've got the special pack of Star Wars Trivial
Oh,
Pursuit that's only just been opened. I've had it for about
Oh,
10 years.
about
So
20
it's only
years.
going to have the old Star Wars and probably the prequels in there.
You're not building this up to sound very exciting. Come on.
It sounds
Doesn't matter.
amazing.
Doesn't matter, it's old questions. Good.
Okay.
The original Star Wars were the best anyway.
What do you mean the original? There weren't any others. I don't know what you're talking about.
Although I agree, there are going to be some people out there that are going to get
Yeah,
Uh,
and people listen.
true.
they have to be to get through the whole show.
Hmm
No, dude, that is you. You have to be through the whole show.
I do. Although I'm on coffee,
Look,
so it's
you
quite
guys
good.
were doing so good last week with Mika.
What?
Mika.
Oh, the
Oh,
M
God.
man. He
The
didn't
M-Man.
know
Well,
his
you
name.
want me to get him back in? You said you got a
No,
slice.
but I'm saying that you so good without swearing, and now this week,
I haven't
5 min-
sworn. I haven't sworn.
Well, I don't think I have, but I've also not
I
been paying
didn't
attention.
swear. I didn't swear.
I think we're
still know you were
But
swearing.
I didn't swear.
no, I think we're still good. I
I
also
didn't
have kind of
swear.
been half paying attention, but no, I think we're still
didn't.
clean as of right now.
Stop looking
Who
me in the
swore?
eyes.
What did they
I think-
say?
Drunk.
I think Demon in his heart heard the swear words.
Oh, I used the word for drunk that maybe I shouldn't have used. That's what you mean.
And then he copied you because he just copies whatever. everybody
Ah,
else
still
says.
PG. You can in Drop Dead Fred, it's a 12, and he says off. So there you go.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
a swear. I
God.
hate to break it to you.
I love Drop Dead Fred. Don't diss a classic film.
Drop Dead Fred's
Does it?
amazing.
No,
Thank you. See, I like you more and more.
nobody
I
else.
mean,
knows.
it just is, dude. And then when her daughter gets Drop Dead Fred, now she's about to go through the same hell that she put her mom through. Ah, chef's kiss. Spoilers, by the way.
Listen, there's a statute of limitations on movies. There has to be a point where you say, "Listen,
yeah.
I love
if you haven't seen it by now, and it
I
gets
love it
spoiled
when-
for you, that's kind of on you." I mean,
I love it when he's scooting around the floor and he looks up her skirt and he goes, cobwebs.
Right? The adult jokes in that movie are the best.
Did I know he was going to find Drop Dead Fred
Oh,
to show
he's
us on
got
screen?
all up there.
Yes, I did.
Rick now is just brilliant, isn't he? In that he was just amazing.
Respawn gets a 3.
Oh god, he's starting.
Well,
It's a
otherwise
clear
we won't-
dice. You can't really see it. You do it.
Yeah, it says
Clear
it was a
die.
3. Parody is a.
Why are
Tell
you
me
throwing
we're gonna
dice
be
to
looking and paying
everybody?
attention.
Why do you have to throw dice to everybody?
Every time you hold it up, I see a 5 because it's clear and I can see through the whole thing.
I like it a 1. So Parody goes first. You're second.
And I saw a 6 right there. What the fuck?
That's very.
You saw a 7 because there was 1 underneath.
Well, you're doing
You're
it all
7.
properly, aren't you? You're doing it all properly.
Why
Oh.
is he echoing? You sound absolutely gorgeous, young lady, but he's so far away I can't hear what he says.
I'm on
Thank
the
you.
other side of the table doing the Trivial Pursuit stuff.
Well, put on a headset.
What do you mean? Put that headset on?
Well, make it in such a way that we can actually hear what you're telling us, because you're saying things and I see a dice.
What?
I'm assuming you're telling me what's on the dice.
And speak to you.
Which way do you want to go, my friend? Which way do you want to go?
Oh! We go directions.
I'm not sure how you're gonna tell me which way. but-
I'm gonna
Just
go
say,
towards
just
the
say
orange.
left or right.
yeah,
It doesn't
say
really
the
matter.
color first. Say what color you want to do. First.
Orange to the south.
Orange. What's SG then? What category is SG?
Stargate.
What?
Orange is to the south.
That's not
No, dude, orange. No,
Can't swear.
orange. The orange slice. Oh, you talk. Okay, you meant the spaces. Okay, my bad.
You're very
All right.
angry.
1, 2, 3.
Do you
All
want
right,
to
fine,
talk
all right.
about your
No,
feelings?
no,
Why are you so angry?
That's fine. Whatever. Put it back.
Why are you
I
feeling?
understand now. We're talking about spaces, not slices. I'm
Okay.
on board with this.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are the slice. Be the pizza. You are the pizza.
Okay.
Instead of trying to eat the pizza, you're trying to collect the slices of pizza now.
So
Oh,
That's your
you got
mission.
an orange question then.
No, it's a pink.
Oh bloody hell! I can't keep up with this.
Oh, bloody hell. So I have a question or no?
Right, that's very English. Oh bloody hell! What's the tea then? What's the tea category?
I've no idea.
It's tea, obviously.
I don't know what the tea category is, but you've got a tea
What
category.
time is tea time? Does it go well with crumpets? I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory.
Are you going to roll a dice then?
Okay, I'll roll the dice for Peroty.
Peroty, which way are you going? Which colour? The first one.
Dealer's choice.
I've lost the dice.
Take me where.
I can't see it on the board.
Look, I'm not going to say I saw this coming, but you should know I saw this coming.
Oh, that's well easy. I'm not giving him that one. That's too easy. Oh, that's too easy as well. He's not having that one either. Oh no, that's too. Look how easy these are, though.
I don't think you can determine what he gets. Aren't you just supposed to like grab the 1st one?
I'm totally okay with them being
I
easy.
feel he needs
If they're
a
hard,
challenge. I feel he needs a challenge. Night Demon.
One step closer to finishing the game.
You've got 4. Why do you keep coming back to sit down?
Because I've got to talk on the microphone because it's
Stop
pointed
sitting
this
down
way.
because it takes a long time.
I'll just come back around like this.
Yeah, just pop your head around.
Just put my head around.
Did you not get him a lapel mic for this evening? I mean, come on, no lapel mic.
So
Bring it
disordered.
over here. We can use it. Absolutely.
Respawn, you have chat there. You have extra help.
I'm not looking at chat. Chat's not helping me.
No, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. You're implying the chat would be
You
helpful,
bitches are quite hard.
and not be like Yoda.
Quite hard.
Right?
Is it my go?
No, let's give him another chance. I think I found an easy blue one for him. If he doesn't get this, then there's no helping him. Who called the Falcon a piece of junk?
Who didn't?
Oh, see, this is another American one. That's weird, isn't it? How many 15-minute quarters make up an American football game?
4 of them.
4 of them.
This is like where did we get this box from?
You didn't get your question right. You didn't know your question.
Because I'm sure it's all Americanized. I think that this is my problem. I keep buying American stuff.
You're Americanized.
Ninja Turtles isn't American, is it?
That's what I
Yeah,
was
I
super,
guess it is. I'm
that's what I was
sorry.
super curious. Like, is there a UK version of Trivial
No,
Pursuit,
I
or is it
meant
all
like-
just the American version?
It's not like exclusive to America. He's never seen it. You used to grow up watching that. You love that.
Not in 2004.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't know Ninja Turtles, so I don't think you can really blame the game for that.
Which acclaimed movie sees Bill the Butcher controlling the 5-point areas of Manhattan?
Ooh, I know
No,
this.
it's not your question. Shut up. Purple Star Wars.
Ah.
There's no purple. What do you mean purple? Oh, what colour do you want? Star
If
Wars?
Respawn can see the purple, it must
I
be
think
there.
You should have geography.
Is that the metric we go by nowadays? I'm
Yes.
both proud and insulted.
Okay. 2.
I get 2.
2. Can you try and get a question right? Because so far you're losing.
I know.
Who got naked with Kathy Bates in About Schmidt? Oh my goodness.
My
I've
brain's
just
gone.
seen about Schmidt.
I can't believe this.
Jack Nicholson.
Yes, thank goodness.
Yeah, thank you.
You're really losing your mojo tonight.
It was lucky I looked over there. I was like, it's him.
He cheated!
I didn't. I looked at a picture of anger management.
You can't look at pictures of things.
I can.
No, you can't. I tell
He's
you that
got
now.
chat to help him. I've got pictures.
Chat's not helping me. Chat is leading me astray.
Yeah, to be fair, do you think chat would actually help? Come on now. These are our people. They're not here to help.
You got to get this right. I think I get this because it strikes me as the sort of person who watches programs like this. What is the name of Postman Pat's black and white cat?
Not at all where I thought
Postman
that was
Pat's.
going to take us.
Black and white cat.
Yes.
Socks.
Oh, sadly, no. Close. It was Jess.
It's sounded like Yoda then. What was that?
This just made me laugh.
It's hold on. Oh, I just had it.
Oh, you can't say that. You said
Sorry. I had it, y'all all talked and it went away.
Why is he so angry?
don't
Have you ever
know.
got to the bottom why he's so angry all the time?
Because no, I was winning and I was doing all right, and now I'm not anymore. And
Right.
this is one that I know.
There's no winning here.
You get a bonus point if you can sing the theme tune.
Oh, we can always sing a theme tune. I take it back. This isn't going to go very quickly.
This is not.
Well, between you and
You're
me,
playing
Did you
trivia
think
with
it
a guy
was
that's got
somehow?
no memory.
Right. And I'm terrible at trivia.
Peroty here, who's got one wedge so far.
who's done well?
I don't even know.
Winning is what
I thought I
hear.
had 2 wedges, didn't I? I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Here, which TV superhero's real identity is Bruce Wayne?
Oh my god.
Batman.
I'm just helping them. So
Huzzah!
I really wanted to be like Ant-Man or something with a straight face, but I couldn't do it.
He might just have some sort of seizure if you did that.
Orange Star Wars question.
Okay.
Orange Star
Oh,
Wars. question.
sorry. All right. Okay.
Well, you're looking at the
Who's
other
this
Which
for?
Star Wars character
Oh,
likes
Star Wars
oranges the
question.
most?
Okay.
BB-8.
Right. No, you
Accurate.
can't get this wrong.
Well, I can.
No, you really
I've proven
can't.
I've got things wrong before.
No, you really can't.
Don't you limit him.
I'm not saying anything. What dotty items of questionable taste swung from the ceiling of the Falcon's cockpit?
Dice.
Right. Dice.
But she's not saying anything.
Questionable taste? Dice is questionable taste?
Apparently.
What creatures attacked Luke Skywalker when he was searching for R2D2? That's an easy one, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who attacked Luke when he was looking when the droids ran away and he was looking for them? Which creatures attacked him?
Respawn.
It's me? The
Yeah.
teddy bears.
The teddy bears. Oh my god.
Care Bears.
Are
They were
you
Care
putting any
Bears. Get
effort
it
into
right.
this?
They were teddy bears.
In the first film, there were no teddy bears.
Right, okay. Think carefully about this. What is the world's most popular spice? What is the world's most popular spice?
I want to say salt,
It's not spice.
but I
Think
don't.
like that.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know if that counts as a spice, but that's got to be the thing that people use as a spice.
Salt and salt and
The other
Paprika,
thing.
obviously.
He's being facetious. He knows what it is.
Salt and turmeric. That's what we use in this house. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm fond of a little paprika as I've got older. That's quite nice.
As the great Patrick Stewart once said, "Salt and pepper."
Purple for respawn.
Purple for respawn.
Oh no, he'll get this. I'm confident. I'm confident with this one. I'm
Stop
confident.
saying that! Every time you say it, we get it wrong!
No, you will. You will.
There's
Yeah,
no way
you
he'll
will.
mess this up. Oh,
You won't mess this up, honestly. You'll be fine. Think so, maybe.
Mhm.
Which musical movie includes the song "Can You Feel the Love Tonight"?
Lion King.
See, I had faith. I had faith. I knew you'd get that. One.
But as soon as you said musical movie, I thought to myself, nope.
Yeah, it's like, uh-oh.
Not a musical guy.
Peroty, what colour is Noddy's hat?
Blue.
Yes. They're getting good. They're getting good.
They're getting
You
better.
totally just guessed that, didn't you, Peroty?
Yeah, I don't even know who that character or person
Oh,
is.
Peroty.
Yeah, I didn't think you would either. The way you said that so confident, it was like he's got no clue.
So
That was
who
really
is this
impressive.
person that has a blue hat apparently?
It's a
Right.
kid- You don't know Noddy. Oh,
It's a kid's cartoon.
kid's
Are you
cartoon.
saying naughty? Like you've been naughty and nice?
No, like Noddy. You're in the Noddy. Like, oh, Night Demon, you're in the Noddy. Oh.
No,
You're
that's
in
not-
the naughty. Like
Yeah,
naughty
that doesn't really
nice.
clear
What
it
is
up.
The
but-
naughty.
Noddy is naked.
Oh, you're the nude.
Yeah. But it's
Oh.
like, you say it
What's
to
that?
describe.
Naughty is not a word we use for nakedness here.
And what does that have to do with the color of a hat? Now I'm even more confused.
And why
on
is
this
somebody's
question.
name nude?
No, no, we're going down the wrong path.
I'm not sure what you all are watching over there, but I'm very confused right now. And this is a children's program with naked people in hats.
No. Moving on. But you do use it as slang, don't you? It's slang.
Yeah, it's
He's in the noddy.
Yeah.
It means he's naked.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
Which Beatles collection was voted the top album of the millennium in the 1999 TV poll? Oh, this is quite easy as well.
Is it?
Yeah. Think of the Beatles' most famous album.
There's any Beatles albums at all?
Sergeant Pepper's?
Yeah. Oh, you got to give me the full name though,
Why?
because you've got to say exactly what's on the back of the card.
What, can I not just go with Sergeant
Oh
Pepper?
my God! You don't
Lonely
know
Heart Club
it.
Band. Lonely Heart Club Band.
Oh, I let you off then. I got excited then. I thought you did know that. I was going to dish you. Got a little bit excited.
Come on, then roll the dice.
Got a little bit perky and everything. 3.
What?
Whatever does it for you.
Okay, I'll make this easy in language you'll understand. What did the fluffy teddy bears use as drums during their happy celebration dance?
Skulls.
No, you tit. What were they banging on?
Drums. obviously.
The helmets of the.
Well done. Stormtrooper
He
helmets.
gets the wedges. He's 2 wedges.
How's he got 2 wedges?
They're basically skulls. I mean, same idea.
Nah,
But
skull.
there were no human heads in them. It was just the helmet. So
Yeah,
As far as
got to
you know.
make that distinction.
got to.
He's on purple.
Purple. Oh, this get this.
Yeah.
Which one is it out of the two of them?
Peroty. The intelligent one.
The intelligent one. Okay, you should get this in. How many members of ABBA were Swedish?
How many members
My
are in
wife
ABBA?
would know this. My wife has the record right now, actually,
Well, ask
The
her to help him.
two?
on vinyl.
Oh, I love a bit of vinyl. How many members of ABBA are Swedish?
2?
Oh, sadly,
no
no.
idea. I have no
All of
idea
them?
how many members are in ABBA.
You don't know
gonna
how many
guess-
members of
I'm
ABBA.
going to guess
ABBA.
4.
Amber.
ABBA.
That's the other band. That's the other
Yeah.
one that they, sub.
There's Amber.
Right.
There's Amber. There's Swedish Amber.
It's made up of their initials, the word ABBA, isn't it?
Right. That's why I figured there was 4 of them. I don't know where they're from.
Oh, 3 are from Sweden.
Mm.
And the
No, it's
other
one
one
off.
is from unknown places.
Where's the other one from? Rotterdam.
Mhm.
Probably.
Or the internet's real bad, as we learned earlier.
We're doing well with our children.
Oh, you're really doing well. Who's got the most wedges? I can't see from here.
We've all got 2.
All got 2. Wow. Why do you keep sitting down? You've
I
got
don't know why I keep
Jesus.
sitting down, to be honest.
2. Come on, chop chop. Moving. Come on.
Moving the pieces.
Move the pieces.
This is where we like to apologize for everyone trying to listen to this. Us playing
Not me.
Trivial Pursuit.
Look,
There
we
will
had
be
to
some
do
Destiny next
something,
year. I
and we
promise
ran
you.
out of ideas. Nobody else came up with anything, so I said, let's just play Trivial Pursuit, and people can listen to us give stupid answers.
Just
We
talk
could
for
just talk
yourself.
about
I can't
Destiny for an
believe
hour
you
or
described
3.
the Hulk
We're very
as
good
lean.
at that.
Oh no, you can't give me that. No, that was not at all what I was thinking.
Silly.
No, I was
Okay.
thinking when all the humans, the elves, the dwarven, everybody was there handing out the rings. I thought there were 9 elves there.
Just Legolas. Oh.
I know, right, girl? Oh my god.
Oh, I know. He's so hot in that. His little eyes all shiny and blue.
In that,
Oh,
how about everything he's playing? Pirates of the Caribbean.
oh yes.
Been hot. Let's talk.
No, I can't do it. Even when he's naked in his canoe.
Orlando Bloom. It's just Orlando Bloom.
Do you think he'd dress up as a dwarf for me, or do you think that would
No.
be crossing a line?
Elf.
No, I
No, I
mean,
think
elf.
No,
yeah,
I
not a
do not
dwarf.
think you dress up as a dwarf.
What
for
have you got on dwarves? This is something new that we've learned.
Gimli does it for me every time.
Is this why you keep watching The Hobbit? Because there's more dwarves in there.
Mhm.
What was the
Right.
question? I'm getting
Parody
all
has got a
flustered.
yellow wedge.
It's getting a bit hot and flustered in here. Come on, I need to have a cardigan
Were
on.
there questions you're telling me? Hold on.
Oh dear. What's the question? What colour?
Yellow for
Yellow.
Parody,
Parody.
who could win a wedge.
Oh. Do you want another one?
No. You can continue to give them to me. The success rate will not go
Give
up.
him another one. We are one step closer to finishing the game if he gets it right.
Oh. Blue. Who's this for?
Me.
Oh, we're not having that question.
This is less trivia and more marriage counseling. What the?
Stop reaching over my shoulder.
You know, whatever works, whatever it takes.
I feel you. Right, yeah, then. This one for you.
Go on then.
Oh. Say that again. Which EastEnders character played by Stop making me laugh.
What?
Keep those hands to yourself.
No. I'm getting really hot. Hang on, I've got to take my jumper off. Oh dear. What EastEnders character played by Ross Kemp shares his name with the Home Alone character played by Craig McLachlan?
Home Alone character.
Home and Away.
Home Alone character.
I've lost to live. Which EastEnders character played by Ross Kemp shares his
Is this
name
was
with
it
the
Home
Home
Alone
character
crossover?
played by Craig
Home Alone, Home and Away. It's all the same.
Henry.
Best crossover of the year.
Is it
Henry.
Henry? I don't know.
You just get the first thing on your head.
What is it then?
Oh God, Grant Mitchell.
Kevin McAllister, obviously.
Grant?
Grant Mitchell. Your face.
I don't know what you're saying.
Grant...
I know
What's the
Grant
answer?
Mitchell.
You didn't give
That's
Mitchell
not
an
limited
answer.
to you, bud.
You didn't give Grant Mitchell's an answer, did you? You gave Henry. Oh God. Right, somebody else's turn. You lose. Oh, you've just ruined it now. You quit. Right, you're having this question now. Then I'm not finding a nice one for you.
What? That's a good one.
No,
You
that's
punish
it now.
me for that.
You will be punished.
Oh,
Who managed Man United immediately after Sir Alex Ferguson left?
I have no idea. I don't watch club football.
Immediately before Sir Alex Ferguson.
Oh, it doesn't matter either way before or after.
Yeah. Wouldn't have known that name either. So before, after, unimportant.
Who became the youngest Premiership scorer when he popped one in for Leeds in 2002?
No idea.
Have a go. Never heard of that name before.
See?
Yeah, but I don't watch football. You watch football?
No, I don't.
Well, you do sort of.
No, I don't.
Right, so next time you say we're watching football, I'm going to say, no, we don't watch it. You don't like it.
We watch England play football and that's it.
Don't some of them play for Liverpool? Or Leeds?
Leeds, you've just asked.
No, it's all the same, isn't it?
Not if you're from Leeds.
Oh, I'll give you another question then if you're going to bitch about it.
Oh,
He's
England.
not bitching. He just said he didn't know. That wasn't any bitching.
He's rolling his eyes at me.
Well, that's for different reasons, dear.
Who's this for?
Me.
Okay, who was the first singer to win 9 Brit Awards?
Oh, Adele.
Remember how old this game is?
I don't know.
It's a man.
Michael Jackson.
They wouldn't put Michael Jackson in Trivial Pursuit, would they?
They might do.
What, with Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris? It's Robbie Williams.
Did you catch any of that conversation respawn? And did any of
I
those
heard him
words
say
mean
Michael
anything
Jackson,
to you?
and honestly, I thought that was a good guess. But based on the conversation they had after that, I'm assuming it was, in fact, not a good guess.
Blue question for Parody.
Blue question for Peroty. Oh, take that back. Look at the question. Which cigar smoker handed out Jim or Fix-It badges?
See?
Okay,
What
take
was
that back.
that?
What I said.
Yeah. What?
I was taking the mick out of him because I said they wouldn't have Michael Jackson in Trivial Pursuit because of certain charges, allegations made against him. And I said, oh yeah, like they've got Jimmy Savile in there as well. And then there's been a question about Jimmy Savile, so there is a question about Jimmy Savile in there.
What was the answer, Jimmy Savile?
Well, yeah, it was, but we're not going to talk about that.
He could steal this with a purple question. He could win the whole game.
Who could
Do
win
it.
it? What?
Respawn.
Respawn.
I
You've got to
believe in you.
concentrate, my friend.
What colour though? Because there's not purple on these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brown.
1, 2, 3, brown. Oh God, that's really hard.
Well, to him, it doesn't matter because he's colourblind anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Oh, are you really? What colours are you colourblind with?
It's shades. It's when colors are too close to each other. It's shades of color, like a purple and a blue, or a yellow and a green, or a red and a pink.
Purple.
Oh, what do you see them both as? Like, is there? I
It's
know
the
this might
same.
sound a bit daft.
Red
but
and pink look the same. Green and
But
yellow look the same.
do they
blue
look
and
red
purple
or do they
the
look
same.
pink?
How do you know they're red and purple? Or pink?
They look like the color that I see. Asking if it looks red or pink to me is not an answer you can give because it looks the same. It looks like the color that I think it is, which could be red or pink.
So it changes. It's not always the same colour.
I know it's always the same color. I just can't tell the color from each
Oh.
other. You know,
You just can't
unless
tell
it's
you
a
which
deep
color
color.
you see.
If it's like a deep quote pink, then I know it's a red, right? If it's like a light red, then it's most likely a pink or a light red. So, you know.
Isn't it a good job you're not like in one of the movies where you have to cut the right wire for the bomb and like you open it up and they're like a red and a pink wire? That would be really hard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's always red or blue. It always comes down to red or blue.
But this is but the baddie knew that you were going to be the one to cut the wires, so he purposely tricked you. And he did a red and a pink and a purple lead.
I never understood that though. If I was a bad guy, I would make all the wires the same color.
Yes. God, that's
You know?
really dark and devious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're building the bomb, that might be a problem.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No.
Could be.
What about if they had a coating that you peeled off after you did the bomb? Put it all together.
Or in black in removable black Sharpie, you could write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when you're done building the bomb, you just rub off the Sharpie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get to his brown question.
Brown
For the
question.
win, Respawn.
Oh. What was the only planet subjected to a rainstorm in the original movie trilogy?
God's sake.
And there, what?
Yeah. What was the only
I'm
planet
guessing it's a
subjected
Star
to a
Wars question.
rainstorm in the original movie trilogy?
A rainstorm. That's a good question.
What
'cause
planet
I've seen
had
the
rain on
snowstorm,
it?
The sandstorm.
Yeah. Skip that planet. That's got sand on it.
Oh, the one with
Another-
Yoda, the swamp planet.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was
what's
it called?
It's not Tatooine, is it?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Come on.
Sounds
I
like
don't
Waco.
know.
Come on, chat must be able to help you here. You may be able to win this via the chat.
Dagobah?
What did you say?
Which is pronounced
Dagobah?
Yes, Dagobah.
No, hang on a minute.
Dagobah.
Dagobah?
Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Why you got Indian? What's that about? Dagobah.
No, I'm even going to put the wedge in there to say that he wins.
Oh, well done.
Yay! Congratulations, Respawn.
Huzzah!
So now we've crowned Respawn as the champion of Trivial Pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
He is the best. We do actually have some questions from our patrons to answer.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Do one of you want to bring them up?
Is there a game board involved in this too? Can
Yes.
we move little pieces around it?
Yep.
Is it throw again by any chance?
No.
Should I keep the dice?
No, we'll get rid of the dice and the board.
That dice is rubbish. Who designed a clear dice? That's ridiculous.
It wasn't me.
I didn't think it was you. I didn't think you came up and made the dice prior to the game.
Nitedemon,
So-
how dare you design this clear dice and ship it with this game 20 years ago? What were you thinking back then?
What were you thinking?
Peroty. So while they're fighting
Present.
that out, my brother took me to a casino because I'd never been to a casino, right? And he shoots craps.
I have so
right?
many
That's his
questions
thing.
that I want to ask now, but sure, go ahead.
And I'm sitting there learning how the game works by watching it, right? And
Mhm.
Ryan's on a streak. He's got like they keep saying winner, and he keeps getting
Is
these
this Ryan
little
Reynolds?
tips, right?
Well, I meant
Yes.
My brother Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan
no.
Reynolds.
Ryan. Okay.
His full name is
And,
Respawn Reynolds.
You
We try
related
not
to
make a
Ryan
big deal of
Reynolds?
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
his,
sure.
his name is Respawn Reynolds. We try not to make a big deal out of it.
So anyway, after I finally learned the game, I placed down. I had one token I was going to spend on this table, right? Just to
That's very disciplined.
for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I put down the one token,
To rule them all.
and he
yes.
manages to roll a 7, and it takes it away. I'm like, well, that obviously wasn't meant to be. Let's move on to the next table.
You did not become
Oh,
a
man.
millionaire. Oh,
No, and it's a $25 per bet
Bloody hell.
per roll.
that's entirely too much.
I was
money
like,
to be
that's
like, here.
nutty expensive.
You might as well just throw it on the floor and be like, that money's gone forever. Like, just
Mhm.
hand it to the next person you see and go, here, this is yours now.
Yeah, no, I went to the ATM and I got $100. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna use, no more, no less. So I had 4 $25 tokens, and I got to the table thinking, yeah, this will last me a while. Nope,
Wow.
nope.
That's crazy.
It's like, wow,
That's what you did over
It's
Christmas.
so expensive.
I really did think you were going to tell us you became a multi-millionaire then. I was thinking, wow, this is amazing.
No,
You don't think you would have opened with that? You would have gone, guess what?
No.
No, we are starting a company together though. I have 2 brothers that are in one brother does concrete and the other one does basic everything else in the house from the floors to the ceiling. So we're starting a company where they do the work and me and Ryan are the investors, and we're gonna flip houses and stuff like that in Louisiana, because there's a lot of houses in Louisiana that are not in great shape.
Mm.
So you can buy them on the cheap for like 18,000. Fix them up and flip them for like 180.
Nice.
For some reason, when you were like, I have a brother who makes concrete, I was thinking, we're going to work for the mob. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Hide these
Yeah, no,
bodies.
he makes Italian Reeboks.
You're,
the rage.
I'm pretty sure that's what the mob calls the shoes they put you in when you don't pay your debts.
That's exactly what they are. Italian Reeboks, bro.
I don't believe any less that you're involved with the mafia now. I don't know that's your intention, but
What's funny is
No one
you know
liked you, Respawn. No matter how far away I am.
is most of my family is French and Spanish, except this one brother I was talking about. His name is Joey, and he's the only one that has Italian family members.
Yep.
And when I say Italy, I mean like Sicilian Italian family members. Yeah.
So again, Respawn's in the mob. Got it.
And that one just so happens to be the one that does the concrete work.
Totally non-related to the story just happened.
Not making this up. Not trying to be funny. Everything I said is 100% true.
Is it a family business?
It's going to be. That's the thing. It's going to be. Oh my god. We had way too much to drink over this past week.
Did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah, it was the first Christmas in years where me and all my brothers got together, because we live in like the 4 corners, you know what I mean, of America. So it's hard for all of us to get together, and this is the one.
Are there more than 4 corners in America, though?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that we're so far apart. One of us is in Arizona. I'm in Florida. One's in Illinois. The other one is in North Carolina. You know, it's...
So by 4 corners, you mean like east and central, and nobody is out west.
Yeah, nobody's dumb enough to go west. No.
What's the problem with going west, then? The Pet Shop Boys
That's
always
what
say about
California
going
is.
west.
That's what California is.
That destiny has been manifested already.
That's California. That's Portland. That's all the worst places in America.
Really?
Uh-huh. In my opinion.
Okay. Just
And the fact that all those people are leaving those states and coming to Florida in record numbers, I'm thinking I'm probably onto something.
That's why you're sinking faster, because all the people are moving there.
Yes, but that's why I bought land in Central Florida, because in a few years I'll have beachfront housing.
Yeah, because soon there won't be a Miami anymore.
That's
Bye,
right.
Miami.
Central Florida will be the new beach.
So the Scarlet KM would like to know, how did Two Titans and a Hunter podcast come to be a thing? As in, how did you, Respawn, and Peroty all meet and decide to do a podcast?
Wow, why is that always the first question we're asked? That's such a common question.
Because people are like,
I guess,
why and how did this come to be? We're very
like,
curious.
what's wrong with y'all?
It's
Honestly-
his question last week when he said that he regretted becoming part of the podcast.
Honestly, it's just this is whenever I tell y'all this is Night Demon's baby, I'm not being facetious or critical. It really is his baby. This was his idea. This was his, let's call it, dream or whatever. This was his brainchild. The only thing that involved me and Peroty is he came to us because we were all in the same clan, and at the time we were playing online together, and then we haven't since. And he asked us if we would. We're like, yeah, we ain't got nothing better to do. And there's the glorious history of Two Titans and a Hunter.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Also see whichever episodes it is of like Guardian Hub and Guardian Downcast, where we also individually answer these questions over the last 2 or 3 years. I don't remember which episodes it is, but it's the ones we're on. So
to be fair, that might
you.
be a new person. That might be a new person.
Yeah, I mean, that's
you all
also
different personalities.
been a while since we talked about how this came to be, why. And Deacon's over here taking
But
notes
see,
like,
that-
is it now?
Yes,
But
yes,
that's what
exactly.
makes it work, Zep-Orbit.
I should have
Also-
deleted that
Zep-Orbit's like,
question.
Deacon, everything we say is wrong. We're just making it up as we go. None of this has any
Absolutely.
bearing
I've
in
never
reality.
really been told that story before. It's quite interesting.
yeah.
Because see, when Night Demon
It's
tells it,
all a lie.
you all take equal blame.
We came to Night Demon
We said
begging
yes.
begging
That's
him
taking
to do a
equal blame.
podcast. We said we need someone to edit our ramblings into something halfway coherent.
Yeah.
Please
Halfway
help
being the
us.
keyword there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to say about this?
Whatever they're saying, they're compulsive liars.
Oh, they're liars. So what you just said is a lie.
I don't know. I don't know what.
What? I am a compulsive liar, though. That much is true.
We're just Americans. We can't be trusted. We've long established
Yes.
that. Deacon, we both live in our parents' basements, as you know.
Yeah, well, you do have to be careful because you don't know who you're speaking to on the internet, do you? Could corrupt him.
Yeah, like who's being murdered in your house right now?
Oh, they've got this new game, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Murder the
And it's
youngest,
like, yeah.
survival of the fittest.
Oh, it really is, yeah. It's like, oh. They love playing this jump scare game, but then they just scream blue murder the whole time.
It's just the children murdering each other. It's
Yeah.
fine. If we lose one, I mean, who would really know?
Yeah, we've got backups. It's all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do indeed have backups.
We've got spares.
And they have backups of those backups.
All right. Is Night Demon within earshot of anything, or is he dealing with the screaming?
He's
No.
holding his nipples.
Perfect. Well, while he does
Because
that,
they've been hurt.
They have not
Scarlet
been
Cam
hurt.
also wants to know, what is your favorite current raid and dungeon?
Deepstone
Respawn
Crypt!
and dungeon?
Not the new one, that's for damn sure. I forgot the name of it, but it's the one with the booby traps. I love taking people through that one.
Oh, the one where you get the
Just watching them
Galahorn.
die over and over again.
Grasp of
Huh?
avarice.
Yes.
Thank you, Grasp of Avarice. That's got to be my favorite.
Oh, why are you looking at me like that?
So Night Demon, which are yours? If you're not
Which
being
is
too
Night
harassed at the
Demon?
moment.
I like the new one because it looks like I can solo it. It's one of those ones that's giving me the confidence of trying to solo it.
Oh, that's this again.
At some point, I will do the
Shattered
other one,
Throne.
Shattered
Yes.
Realm.
To be fair, look, I have soloed it, but I didn't flawless it. So yes, I can tell you, at least on normal mode, this is something you can solo.
Yeah, yeah.
Solo flawless? I don't know. But solo, you can.
Solo Flawless is why.
I mean, I do like Vault of Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Why me?
But is
That's
it your
all I hear you talk about.
favorite?
It's Vault of Glass.
There you go. Yeah, and the new one, because it gives me the. Even though I haven't fully completed it, I like the idea of being able to jump up the tower and do it solo. There's nothing in that.
I want to jump up the tower and do it solo. I'm surprised Respawn hasn't started already.
Something
He's
that can be
doing
found
what?
in everything.
Peroty?
I'm going to say Deepstone Crypt because it's, I don't know, just the music in it and the whole styling of it I really enjoy. And I really enjoy Spire because I haven't really loved a lot of the dungeons we've had. but Spyro the Watcher, I enjoyed the mechanic again. It's one that just felt familiar and felt like it didn't like the learning curve of it wasn't so big. It was like, oh, okay, these are all things I've learned in Deep Stone Crypt. I understand what all these, or I'm thinking of the new exotic mission. Never mind.
Yeah,
but I really appreciate you can take this line, build this circuit and connect it. And it felt very approachable. It didn't feel like here's a whole other thing you have to learn to go figure out.
What I like about the new exotic mission is that it is like training wheels for the Deep Stone Crypt.
Yes.
Except how Operator works. It's not how Operator works.
Oh, okay. But it's came out way after Deep Stone Crypt, so it should have come before.
Yeah, I really almost sort of wonder, like, was there something where maybe it was in the cards to be released beforehand? Maybe different reward, but maybe you put it out before Deep Stone Crypt to go. This will teach you, like the game likes to teach you those mechanics. We're going to teach you this mechanic to get you familiar with this. But it's been a while now that Deep Stone Crypt's been out. Yeah, it was good fun. So, Golden God #1 Warlock would like to know, what is your favorite restaurant? And also favorite food, since those may or may not be linked together.
Who's answering this?
All of us. It's just all of us. So
Oh,
whoever wants to
okay.
first.
Go on, Respawn, you go first.
Favorite restaurant? Does it have to be an actual restaurant, or are we just being goofy?
What's
I would say place outside of your house where you exchange money for food.
Okay. I'd probably have to say Texas Roadhouse, because they have a chicken fried chicken that is just really, really good.
When you need more chicken on your chicken. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And it comes with mashed potatoes and gravy, and then corn and green beans, and you mix it all together. And then you dip the chicken inside the amalgamation that I just described. Oh, so my mouth is watering right now.
Clearly a favorite then.
Now, my favorite food, it's got to be roast beef po' boy, but not just any roast beef po' boy. I'm talking. I want the cardiac arrest inducing time clock special. The one where the roast beef was 2 days old and the gravy has just been sitting in that thing since yesterday when it closed, and it's just
that sounds disgusting.
That roast beef is so good.
Does it need to be served to you by a large man named Bubba in a stained apron with
back.
oil and grease standing behind a grill?
First of all, his name is Boudreaux.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've read. My South is more
He's
Eastern. Your South is more
Boudreaux.
Central. Got it.
He's been there for years. All right. But yeah, no, it is really good. And I tell people that go to Louisiana, they look for the food like, where do you go for food? Where do you go for food? There's this restaurant called Copeland's that says we're authentic Louisiana, food. First of all, they're not. Freaking suck, right? Don't go to Copeland's. Copeland's is a liar. It's just a chain restaurant that tries to take advantage of you. If you want a good po' boy, go to a gas station. Legit. The gas stations are going to have the best po' boys. Hands down, nobody comes close.
For our British listeners and host, what is a po' boy? If you are not familiar with the term.
Imagine a Subway sandwich that was so wet and sloppy you had a puddle in your plate when you were done.
That sounds disgusting. You can't describe food as wet and sloppy.
Oh,
especially not if you pretend it was Subway.
No.
I know you mean the restaurant chain, but Subway wet and sloppy, no.
It's basically
denied.
It's a sub sandwich that we use our own ingredients for. Like, you can have shrimp, you can have oysters, you can have, my favorite is the roast beef, obviously. Different toppings are different.
Why is it
different
wet?
ways to make it.
Why is it the gravy?
The gravy. For mine, it's because of the gravy and the mayonnaise.
No, you don't have gravy. What, like gravy?
Yeah, gravy.
In a sandwich.
Yeah. Gravy.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, I'm with you on this
brown
one. This
gravy
sounds
too.
delicious. You've got me, my mouth salivating here.
Bro, yes. Look, go get some French bread. Right, get you some mayonnaise. Get you some roast beef, right? Yeah. And then cook the roast beef in the gravy. And when the roast beef is just tender enough that you can hold it and it kind of like falls apart, then you take the French bread, right? Yep. You put some mayonnaise on the French bread. Optional is pickles, tomatoes, and some lettuce. And you put that on the bread. You put the roast beef on the bread. You put so much gravy that you can't even hold the sandwich because it's wet and soggy, and you just you eat it. You eat it like the animal that you are.
No, but don't the mayo just like all curdle in the gravy?
No,
Ugh.
not at all.
Is the gravy hot?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Oh no, I'm not sure.
At the end of the day, you're vegetarian. It doesn't matter to you. To me, that tastes delicious.
You'd eat mayo in gravy.
I'd eat anything.
Oh.
You're thinking.
You're going to regret saying that later, matey.
You're thinking a different. You're thinking gravy in one way, and it's gravy in another way. I don't know how best to describe it, but I can. Yeah. Anyway, delicious.
What? I don't understand. What's gravy in a different way?
Oh, I'm just like, not like gravy you would put on mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's the gravy I'm thinking of.
Yeah, yeah. No, I knew that's where your brain was going.
Runny.
Like that. Yeah, like that kind of like big, thick gravy.
I'm thinking like really
I'm
congealed,
thinking like
custard,
runny, all
thick.
over the place, watery gravy.
It can be. It can be.
No, but I'm thinking it's kind of just congealed jelly kind of gravy.
God.
Is that right?
So now the sandwich is wet, sloppy, and congealed. Oh.
When the sandwich comes from the swamp, it's going to be a swamp sandwich. That's how it works.
You two should write menus. Can you imagine? Come and have our wet, sloppy, congealed sandwich.
However you like your gravy is how you do it. Most of the time, it's smooth brown gravy.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, you can put whatever gravy you want on there. We just traditionally use smooth brown gravy.
Yeah, sounds nice. I'm getting that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is quite good.
Although all that sounds really nice, I think I'd go for sushi. Sushi in our household is kind of like I make it and it's out of the fridge within seconds, and even the kids.
You make homemade sushi?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a fan of sushi, but that sounds impressive. Like if you can actually make good sushi and you're not just saying big words.
He makes really good sushi. And it's way cheaper than buying it. You buy it from the shop and it's always really dry.
Not enough gravy.
And in restaurants, the portion.
Yeah, I mean, you go to a restaurant, the portions are really small. Kind of, I make lots of rice and get loads of fresh salmon and prawns. And
so, do you make California rolls? Like, do you make a specific type, or do you just like? Is it rice, fish, and avocado?
The California ones is the seaweed in the middle, rice on the outside with the sesame seeds. Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that one, but I prefer to do the fish in the middle with the rice and then roll the seaweed and then cut it into like big chunks.
I think when you're making your own,
I'm not one
matter what you're making.
Sushi.
It's delicious. That sounds great.
I don't know which one it is. It's the only one that I eat, but it's got the rice.
Yeah.
It's got avocado.
Yeah.
It's got like little green peppers.
Yeah.
Or some green veggie. I don't know. Whatever seafood is in there, whether it be fish, crab, or whatever, right? Yeah. And then
seafood.
I can't eat seaweed. Seaweed, like I used to have it all the time with my tofu whenever I was eating a lot of tofu. And then one day the seaweed just went, you know what? I'm not gonna like you anymore. And now when I eat seaweed, I get like violently sick. So and yeah, just take that whole roll bundled with the rice, not the seaweed, and dip it in some soy sauce and some of the green stuff.
I've got
a
question.
Good to go.
Tofu? What are you doing to yourself?
Well, I had a Romanian girlfriend for a long time, and we would eat a bunch of traditional Japanese food, and some of it was tofu, and the tofu would go into a lot of the soups.
No,
I didn't say it was good. I just said I ate it.
Did you go out afterwards and go get a burger just to cheer yourself up?
Since I'm not dating her anymore, I can effectively tell you, yes.
And I suppose, I mean, I do like going to like a steakhouse and having like burgers and chicken flame grilled and things. But Moshi Moshi from our hometown does brilliant fresh sushi.
It goes around a little conveyor belt and you pick off what you want, which is really cool. I like that.
That's a thing? I thought that was only on TV.
No, it's really good. It goes round.
It's an authentic like sushi bar with the conveyor belt.
No, that's definitely a thing.
Good fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the only places I've ever been to, it's never been on a conveyor belt. Sometimes they bring it to you in a cool like little wooden boat, which is kind of dope, but never a conveyor belt.
We used to have a really nice restaurant we used to go to called Genghis Khan, which had like this massive bar, and you would go and pick out your meat. It was all raw. Pick out all your veggies, your noodles, your rice, whatever, and then you'd eat.
And this Genghis Khan is a sushi place?
No, this was different. I think
He was a
what
warlord.
I can't remember what.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Mongolian.
he's
It's a
Mongolian.
Mongolian restaurant.
Mongolian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mongolian, yeah.
Yeah, the
And then-
Mongolian barbecue type place. We used to
Yeah.
have one near us, then it shut down, unfortunately.
And then you'd
Yeah,
line up and they cook it
delicious.
all on the hot grill for you,
Mhm.
and then you choose your sauce and stuff. That was really nice. It's quite fun because you can
Yeah.
change, can't you? You don't have to have like one big main. You can just keep changing what you have.
Oh, that's why I like the Japanese restaurants that have the stove in the middle.
hibachi.
What's that called?
Yeah, the
Hibachi.
Yeah, hibachi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love me some freaking hibachi.
Anybody who will throw food at me while they make it, it's win-win.
So, Peroty, what is your favorite?
Favorite restaurant is actually a pizza place in Richmond, Virginia, called Bottoms
Nice.
Up Pizza, because they do an amazing like sourdough crust, and they have
Ooh,
one
nice.
with crab on it that is just
Ooh.
it is just perfection. Like I used to live there, and I go down maybe once or twice a year, either for that or we're passing through that area, and I was like, I need to stop and get my fix. This is important. Like it's like they have a bunch of just incredible pizza there, but that's the one that just sticks in my brain. Is that's the one I need to have. That's the trip isn't complete until we've done this. And
They have a pizza place in Louisiana called Joe's. Just not Joe's. I'm like Moe's, MOE. Right? And
was Joe got
it's
bought out.
it's not there anymore. It's been burned down not once, but twice.
Oh, sir, if your pizza place hasn't been flooded, this place in Richmond was flooded. Like they were talking to people on the second story because the entire like bottoms up area where it is, or Shockoe Bottom area where it is, was completely
Right.
flooded by a hurricane. I mean, this was many years ago now, but like
Yeah.
they have a sign on the wall where it's like, this is where the water was, and it was like 12 feet high. Like the entire first story was underwater.
Nice. But yeah, but this Moe's place when we were growing up, the smallest size you could get, like if you ordered a small pizza, it was bigger than a large Domino's.
Oh, I love
I'm not kidding you.
those.
I'm not kidding you.
This Mo wants
You
to be
ordered a
happy.
medium pizza, it was like the extra large from like Domino's or whatever. And then you had if you ordered a large, we had to put it in the trunk of the vehicle because it would not fit in the back seat. I'm not kidding. No, we had an Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme back in these days, right? So there's a lot of room in this back seat. It's got a big bucket seat, right? Even if me and my brothers moved apart and left a gap for just the pizza in the seat, the front seats would be too close. So we'd have to put the pizza in the trunk. That's how big this pizza is. And up until it closed, which was like 5 years ago, it was still, for the extra large, it was still only $20.
Wow.
Yeah. Huge pizza, lots of food, delicious.
I'm now
$20.
sad I can't go there to get that food.
I know we're still on asking Peroty, but I've just got a question for you. Extra large Domino's.
This is
do you
America. We have everything extra large here.
We have small, medium, and large. That's it.
And
They
large
cut us
isn't
off at
very
large.
big. Large isn't that big.
No, no.
Extra large isn't available everywhere. It's only available in some places.
Here in
Not
America,
everybody
we
has
have
an
all
extra
the
large.
food.
My word.
We had
I'm missing out.
we had
I'm
Papa
missing out by
John's,
not-
didn't we? It's Papa John's in America too.
Yes, we
Yes.
have Papa
Oh,
John's.
it was horrible. We came away from Domino's. We
You're not
always
wrong.
have Domino's, and there's a Papa John's.
Yeah.
There's a
you were
Papa
saying?
John's just opened, and they were like half price on every pizza, and we were like, "That's a good deal. Let's try them." And it was horrible.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Also, Papa John, not a good human being either.
Oh,
No, you want to talk about not a good human being? Jimmy John. I will never
No, that's sandwich.
buy anything. from
That sandwich
Jimmy
is not
John's, dude.
pizza. We're on pizza.
So, Peroty, what is your favorite food?
That's such a hard question. I think I'm gonna have to go with, it's not like a particular
one.
like from anywhere in particular, but just like really good fried chicken, just like really crispy skin, just like you bite into it and it's just like crisp in the middle and juicy and just.
So we're talking like Popeye's chicken or homemade chicken?
I'm talking about going to see your guy named Boudreaux, except my guy's name is Bubba, who's like
Oh my
out
gosh.
with
Oh,
who's like
okay.
out with his smoker
Like
on
a
the side of the
greasy
road,
chicken.
and you can smell that chicken like from miles down the road. You're like, I don't know where we're going, but
Yep.
we're following that scent. We're going there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember a while back I told you guys about the burrito shop in a window in a mechanic shop down here?
Sure.
No. Yeah,
No?
sorry, sure. Yeah.
Just say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no. So I've eaten there exactly twice.
In a mechanic.
Okay.
Just go.
It's cheap and they give you a lot of food. And the food is good. Don't get me wrong. The food is good. It's not like, wow, I gotta go eat here all the time. But it's good, right? And I am not joking. It's a mechanic shop, right? That used to be a gas station. And when you go inside, there's no advertisement, there's no sign, there's no nothing. You just have to know it's there, right?
I don't know.
And you go to the side and there's a window. And next to the window is a menu. And you order this Mexican food off this menu, and it is Mexican, so I'm not being racist. Shut up. And you order off the menu, and they give you this huge portion of food for like $10, dude, or less, right? And then you can't eat it all, and then you have Taco Bell ×5 syndrome for the next 2 days. But it's a literal hole in the wall in the side of a mechanic shop, dude, that serves Mexican food.
So are they mending your car while you're getting food? Is that the idea?
I mean, I suppose they could, but like this was like a block and a half from where I went to college, and this was like a spot that people knew about. You know,
that I was gonna say that has the ring of I am in a college town. Just yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I live in a college town, absolutely. And a couple of friends of mine took me there one time, and I was like, I've lived in this city for 13 years.
And I'm just now learning about. Yep, I've had those moments. It's like I've lived here for this long and I've never learned why. Who didn't tell me? Which one of you is old now?
I pass it every day. It's literally on my way to the airport. I pass the damn thing every damn day, right? And I never knew it existed.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you know.
But anyway,
that is half the battle.
It sounds like the equivalent of a British greasy spoon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We call those taco trucks here. Well, not taco trucks. We call them food trucks.
No. This is a proper kind of you walk in a little cafe, but
like
it's
for
like
drivers.
for drivers, yeah.
But it like doesn't pass inspection or barely passes inspection.
Barely, yeah.
Or they paid off the inspector.
Yeah, probably.
You're like this is either gonna be the best meal I've ever had in my life, or I'm not gonna live to tell the tale.
Well,
either way, we'll see where it goes.
The spoon will stand up in the cup of tea.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Somebody told me what it's called. It called it taqueria. Is that how you pronounce it? Taqueria. The hole in the wall apparently has a name. It's a taqueria. TAQUERIAS. Taquerias. They have a name.
The more you know.
The more you know.
We have a number of taquerias around us. We have a huge amount of Mexican and Latino, El Salvadorian, Peruvian chicken, and a huge amount of Asian food around us. It's great. But on to the Golden God's next question. What's the craziest thing ever to happen to you?
Y'all need to go first. I gotta think about this.
Respawn's like, I need to find one that I can tell in this setting.
It's PG, and even then, there's some stuff. So, hold on. Y'all go first.
I think mine is gonna have to be the time my brother and I were playing football on the porch roof of our house. And by that I mean we were throwing a football back and forth to each other on the porch roof of our parents' house growing up. And we were throwing it to each other. It bounced sort of away from him. He like reached over to grab it, went headfirst off the porch roof, face first into a big slab, like one of the big rock slabs that we had like on our walkway next to some bushes. I'm, scrambling back in the bedroom window to get back into the house, racing downstairs to meet him coming to the house. He walks into the house and is like, my head kind of hurts. And he has this just huge like lump on his forehead where he has hit, I don't know if it was head first, but pretty close to it. Yeah. So that call to my mother was fun. he was like I don't think he even had a concussion or anything. Like she was in worse shape than we were. But yeah, that wasn't a fun phone call to my mother, or because she was she was out at work as I was I was watching him at home.
Oh no! Did you get in trouble? Or
Oh yeah, I don't remember details because this was 30 years ago now. But yeah, no, it wasn't
Fair.
good. Everyone lived. There was
Wasn't
no
the
serious
best,
damage, and that's really that's how all these stories should end. Everyone lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Wow. Okay. I think I have a PG one for you guys. Right. So when that happened to me directly, and we're talking crazy, right? Like I can't believe that happened to me, kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Most craziest thing to happen to you, so I think that qualifies.
So we're walking from the hooches. A hooch is temporary housing when you're in the field, something that you can just kind of make and then abandon, right? So we're walking from the hooches to the COC, meaning Command Operations Center, the main base in the area that we're at, right? And this is in Fallujah. This is an actual combat area, right? So as we're walking to the hooches, right, something about 15 feet away from us, give or take, hits the ground with such force. Me and my squad lose consciousness. All four of us, boom, done. Not squad, fire team. All four of us lose consciousness. Right? We wake up, and what happened was, it was a missile that hit not a missile, a rocket that hit the ground, and it hit the ground with such force that just the force of it hitting the ground, the concussion knocked us out. It did not detonate. That's what's crazy. Had it detonated, Respawn wouldn't be here right now. Right? But it hit the ground with such force that just the impact of it hitting the ground knocked us out. That was nuts. That was the only time I've ever been knocked out in my life.
Why?
And it was from a rocket that didn't explode.
Why didn't it detonate then? Do they know why it didn't?
Because, okay, over there, a lot of these weapons that they use against you are either secondhand, just kind of duct taped together, or just sketchy to begin with, right? Every now and again they'll get good stuff, but a lot of the stuff they're shooting is like rockets out of PVC pipes, right? Not the highest quality. So, but the craziest thing is, it's like in movies, like when you hear a bomb or a missile coming in, you hear you hear a whistle in a movie for a couple of seconds before it hits. That does not happen. You hear that whistle maybe a half a second before it hits the ground. There's none of this, you hear a whistle for 5-10 seconds, something's coming, kind of building up suspense. No, you hear boom, and that's it. You hear that whistle right before it hits the ground. And yeah, that was the craziest thing. And after we regained consciousness, we still got to get to the CLC because we got to let them know, A, they're getting inside the wall now, right? And B, we've all been knocked out. This is why we're late getting to work and whatnot. And on the way to work, Pickens is walking across, and
Pickens.
It's so hot out there. It's so hot that everything is dry. You can't tell anything. And so we're walking across, and he took a step that he thought was solid land, and it turns out it was just solid layer of hardened dirt above a 6-foot mud trap. So we had just been knocked out by a rocket, and on our way to the COC, Pickens falls in a hole and is now neck deep in mud. So he had to finish the walk covered in mud. And the walk from the hooches to the COC is about a half a mile. Not a fun walk. So yeah, and I kept it PG and I didn't curse. Yay!
Now Night Demon has to follow that.
I don't think I can, to be honest.
It's not a competition. Just what's the craziest thing that happened to you?
I mean,
to be fair, your everyday life is the craziest thing that happened most people.
He's like, pick a Tuesday. Any Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right. What?
I've got a couple of stories of when I was at school.
I don't have at it.
How many of them do Deacon know?
Again, you knows this one.
Deacon, do you need to step out?
well, no, I'm saying the new material for this point.
The story that I've ever been involved in.
I don't know. Anyway, so me and my friend used to mess about with like Lynx cans. I think you guys call them Axe spray cans.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we used to spray our whole hand with Axe spray, and then light it, so our hands would go up in big flames.
The alcohol. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so we'd be messing about. We'd even set lights underneath the desk and things. This was, stupid stuff. I don't advocate for doing this at anybody really, but I thought it would be funny one day. I think I forgot my PE kit, so this was like doing cross country racing outside. So the PE teacher, or the sports teacher, decided he was going to give everybody that didn't have their kit. They had to be like on the cross country, making sure that everybody was running around and doing the proper cross country. And this was outside of the school grounds. We actually went, I think it was out the school gates and round onto the park that was behind us, and then on the golf course, and then back round into the school grounds, because it was quite a big race place that we were doing. So I was on the watching people go round, and this really nasty guy that I just didn't like.
Was he a child or a teacher?
It was another child.
Oh.
He was like 6 foot when I was like 5 foot. He was huge, and we'd had these constant backwards and forwards.
When you were 5 foot?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought you said when you were 5 foot, like past tense.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was at school, I'm a bit shorter, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I'm about 14 at this point, and this kid is like 6 foot something, and he's the same age as me. And at one point, we were just in the science lab one day, and he just turned around and just swung his arm back and just smacked me in the nose and broke my nose. So
broke?
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah. So he didn't like me. So I thought
a bit irritating.
Oh, this was intentional.
Oh yeah. So I'm on this cross country race thing, and I'm monitoring people running around. And I thought it'd be fun to take out my Lynx can and my lighter. And I chased him round the cross country. It was off the school grounds with a flamethrower. Nobody else was watching this. He was running and screaming like a big girl. So I, wasted out the whole thing, and he ran off. And I thought, damn, I said, I'm going to be in trouble. Well, as soon as he gets back, he's going to report me. So I threw the can, and then I kept the lighter on me for some strange reason. When I got back to school, I put it in the back of a bin behind the plastic. And somebody saw me do this, and he'd gone and reported me. And they were like, did you do this? I was like, no, I didn't do it at all. And they were like, well, here's the lighter. Somebody said that this is your lighter. I said, no, this isn't my lighter. That's not my lighter. I said, I just found a lighter and a spray can in this field, and I've just picked it up. And I don't know why he was saying that I was trying to spray him. And they were like, go and find us the spray can and find us this lighter then. And I was like, okay. So I ran. They gave me like 20 minutes. They said, go and get it and come back and prove us that wasn't your lighter that's in that bin and the spray can. So I ran back to the field, picked up the spray can, and I thought, where am I going to get a lighter from at this point in time? And my house was like 15 minutes away. I ran all the way home, got in the house. My dad was like, what are you doing? You're meant to be at school. And I'm like, nothing. And I got one of his old lighters that was broken, took it back to school, ran all the way back to school, and presented them with this lighter and this spray can that just had nothing in it. I went, yeah, this is the broken lighter and the spray can that I found. And they were like, And I got away with it.
Until now.
You little criminal.
I know, I was terrible. But this kid did break my nose.
Okay, that's fair. But do two wrongs make a right?
No.
And
Yes, they absolutely do. They absolutely do.
In the boy's defense, he's very aggravating. Didn't you?
You know the boy he's referring to?
No, but I'm just on the boy's side because Night Demon is extremely aggravating at the best of times. Didn't you?
I wouldn't say that that's true. You married him, and you're still married to him on purpose. And not only are you married to him, you keep saying things that make it act like you were very, very much attracted to him.
I am.
So all these negative things you say about him on the air, we know it's not true. You're just fronting.
No,
you're just putting on a front.
Right. we've been together 25 years. He's my best friend. I love him to
please.
pieces, but he's the most aggravating ever met in my entire life.
Why are you now swearing?
Because you make me
Why you gotta
angry
bring trauma
with
to
your
us?
aggravatingness. You are very aggravating. You could make Jesus swear. You are so aggravated. You really are. When you get something in your head, it doesn't shift. See?
Like making a
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See? How many years you been doing this? Like about 10 years?
Only 2 years now.
No, it's not. It's longer than 2 years, you lying.
18
It
months.
has been 2 years. He's right.
3 years at least.
No, ma'am.
My therapist said it was.
Are we
Your
talking
therapist.
about pandemic years or
Therapist listen to
real
the
years?
show? Hold on. Wait, hold on.
We're talking
Does your
properly,
therapist
aren't we?
listen to the show?
My therapist doesn't, but she's also my wife. So
Yo, could you imagine that? He's like, yeah, this week's episode was great. Did you hear it? Oh, shut up.
Shut up. I'm changing therapist.
Goodness. Peroty. No, you led, right?
Deacon, did you want to tell him a story?
yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're. I'm sorry. I was not giving Deacon the opportunity to wax poetic about your favorite food and restaurants. Craziest things happen to you. Marrying
I
Night
think we
Demon,
should.
obviously.
Badgers.
Sorry?
We share the restaurant.
Mhm.
don't we?
Yeah, restaurant be the same as you. Craziest
Yeah.
thing.
That's fair.
How many days have you got?
Well,
You know what I'm gonna
it
say is
depends how much
crazy.
editing you want there to be
I don't
done.
know what you're
You
gonna
know what I'm going to say? The most craziest thing involves you.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is, because you've got me in some really dodgy situations before.
Have I?
Yeah. That's
How?
just downright not normal.
Well, I
Have
did
I?
just
Oh,
explain about
me?
the story about nearly getting into trouble at school.
Yeah, but I can't
What?
understand that.
Mine didn't spike.
Learning
My
more and more
craziest
about Night Demon every
situation
time.
would be Night Demon at the Italian airport, because it's been a time when he's almost got shot into a fight and exposed a woman's lingerie.
Okay.
Well, hello.
You
What?
can't stop there.
This is all one incident?
Yeah. Because when he gets something in his head, he's very persistent.
No. We don't know
Mhm.
this. I would like to
Oh,
know
no,
this. Could
no,
you please
You
elaborate?
must know
No,
this
this-
about him.
Yeah,
He's
no,
just-
this
No,
is the
ma'am.
most persistent man I've ever met in my
Yeah,
life.
thank
Yeah, no,
you.
this is not
Yeah.
news.
So we go there and we're waiting for our luggage in the Italian airport with all the guards with their machine guns strapped around them.
Read it with Respawn's brother.
And,
Got it.
Yeah, and
Demon's a ruffian.
Night Demon, being interfering and persistent, decides that the lovely lady who's trying to get her suitcase off of the belt and was pulling it and it wouldn't come off, so she just left it to go round again. No, he decided he was going to get it off. So
I was trying to be helpful.
no, you're interfering.
No, it's been helpful.
Right,
No,
what part was helpful
that's
when you mounted the conveyor belt and you're standing on top of it?
Well, because it got wedged underneath.
He had to assert his dominance over
I-
the suitcase, obviously.
Well, no, the suitcase, as it had gone round, the lip
No,
had gone underneath
Nope.
the metal.
asserting
it's not about
his
it back.
dominance is also something I
Right.
know about Night Demon.
I know, like, as stories go on, they get embellished, right? But honestly, it's a standing joke in my family because there was lots of people around us all shouting, "No, no, leave it," because there's
I
this
didn't hear
ripping noise.
one person say one thing.
There's this huge ripping noise, right? And the part where the case actually came in two and he is still tugging the hell out of it, right? Just rips this woman's suitcase open because it's stuck. All her clothes go across the floor, including all her leopard print knickers. She was quite a large lady. They were just like everywhere, and people were stepping back because it just sprayed them everywhere. The Italian guards come over,
Sorry, the knickers sprayed?
like went everywhere, not wet.
Oh,
They just like went all across the
Yeah.
floor, so everyone had to jump back. He is still
right. I got you.
straddled on the conveyor belt, like standing up on it, like properly standing on it.
Yeah.
The Italians come over and shouting at him in Italian. He's taking no notice because he's got his blinkers
I
on.
didn't hear anybody say anything.
No, because you were in the zone.
And I didn't hear
you
it
were in the
rip
zone.
until
He
I
was
back-
trying to help this lady, is all I'm hearing.
didn't
He doesn't
help
speak
her.
Italian either.
He ripped her suitcase in two, and all her clothes are everywhere at this point.
Intentionally.
Right?
It sounds like
He
she.
might be clumsy, but it wasn't his intention.
He didn't need to interfere. At one point, I go and I try to get his arm and pull him. He starts batting me off. Like, no, leave me, leave me, leave me. Like, what are you doing? Get down. So
Okay.
then he gets down. This woman's in tears, trying to pick up her knickers and all her clothes from the floor. Yeah, this woman was married to a huge black mountain of a man who wasn't very happy at all. So I had to quickly escort him through the crowd and trying to get him out when he's still shouting that he wants to go back and help.
Well, I was going to go.
I thought you were escorting
You
the
were going
large
to
mountain of a
apologise
man at first.
to the 6'6" man mountain that was bright red in the face and wanted to kill you. You were going to go and apologise to him. I'm sorry your wife's leopard print knickers are on the floor and I ripped your luggage open.
In hindsight, it was probably a bad idea, but I was just thinking that
It was a really stupid idea. I've never seen someone stand up on a conveyor belt and be ripping with two hands all their might.
But it was stuck.
Yes, leave it. It's not your suitcase. Don't worry about
But
it.
I wanted to help. That was the only reason.
Honestly, I don't know how you didn't get shot or beaten up.
I could see myself being in this same situation because I would have had your entire thought process. I'm going, yeah, no, that's exactly where my brain would have gone. I'm trying to help. It's stuck. Let me get it all. Let me, lift the suitcase off, set it on the ground.
You probably, to be honest, you probably would have had a bit more of a kind of
finesse, care,
strength.
Oh no, no finesse, absolutely not. Absolutely pure brute strength, yes.
But would you have stood up and straddled the conveyor belt and go round with the suitcase, straddling?
Well, no, of course not, because I can just reach over the short people in front of me to grab. I am the large man in this scenario. I would have just reached over to grab it and then gone, oh no, this is bad.
It was just the weirdest situation of like hearing all the people around the belt going, no, no, no. And like him on top of it, still tugging for his life.
Yeah, when you're in that moment though, yeah, the entire world fades away and you hear nothing. You're like, no, I'm being helpful. I'm going to complete this task.
Sounds like he's been in a similar situation.
No one's been in a similar situation. No one.
I can't say I've been in this situation.
No.
Hold on. No, the blacking out when you don't hear anything else because you're hyper focused. I've been in that situation.
Oh yeah, that situation, yes. And have I helped many people with their luggage? Yes. Has it all splayed across the airport? No. That's a new situation on me.
That poor woman. All I can see now is her knickers on the floor, her big leopard print pants.
Well, I mean, sounds like she should have had a better suitcase. That's all I'm hearing is you need to buy new suitcases periodically.
I mean, it sounds like a memorable experience overall.
Yeah. No, it was terrible.
Somewhere she's sitting somewhere having a laugh, telling the story to somebody else. Possibly on a video game podcast. You never know.
Every crazy situation's always involved him. Everyone.
There isn't any more.
No, not everyone. I have a friend, not a friend. He was my cousin named Frog, right?
Frog.
And as kids, right?
Okay, that is the most authentic thing I've ever heard you say about being from Louisiana. Continue.
Frog.
It was his nickname. It's Frog, and it's because he liked to jump a lot. But whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
point is, we're on my uncle's roof. Okay.
Yep, which always goes to good places.
My uncle's got a pool, and my uncle has a trampoline.
Not also on the roof, I assume.
Combined
two. No. In order: roof, trampoline, pool, chain link fence. Now the last one's important. Okay.
But not intended.
we had this pulley system set up. We had this old broken car seat. We threw a rope over a tree. You'd sit in the broken car seat, pull the rope so you get access to the roof, and then you jump from the roof to the trampoline into the pool, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Nope. I follow you.
Absolutely. How else would you do this?
Yep.
Well, Frog gets up on the roof, and he thinks that, you know what? Going into the pool isn't enough. I got to get a running start to get maximum height.
Oh, God.
The problem is
even a flip involved.
No. The problem is you don't get maximum height with a running start. You get maximum distance, right? So he's running full speed, jumps off the roof, hits the trampoline, completely clears the pool.
Ooh.
This is not a small pool by any means. Like you like end to end, probably 24 feet.
Oh my God.
Ish.
How many meters is that?
I might be over embellishing a little bit, but it was a big pool.
I think
right, you can swim from one end to the other.
Name.
Right. So he hits the trampoline with such force, he completely clears the pool, hits this chain link fence like a Looney Tune character. I mean, like he's stuck kind of diagonally with all four limbs spread out, right? And then slides down the fence as if it were slow-mo. The dude gets up off the ground. He's got cuts all down his chest and arms from when he hit this fence. All over the place.
Ouch.
And you know what he does?
Does it again?
Does it again. But this time without the running start. He learned. He learned.
Did he have greater success
yeah.
the second time?
He did. He landed in the pool the second time,
Ow.
but he almost didn't. He almost landed just outside the pool, but he did land in the pool by like a foot and a half. I was like, dude, you got to stop that.
Living up to his name.
Oh, I do have another one.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
No, this is
Is it about your wife?
Okay.
You never tell us anything embarrassing about your wife. Your wife throws you under the bus constantly.
He told you the story of when I threw up on someone. That's been my most embarrassing thing he's ever told anyone.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow, you got a
I'm
low
allowed
bar.
to tell you.
I'm sensible, not like him. There's no room in this relationship for us both to be like him, is there?
Says who?
Tell him, what's your sensible story?
Well, no, I mean, I've got this story
Oh God.
about, I mean, it's a good luck, bad luck situation.
Oh God.
So I'm in this job. I'm manager of the shop, and I find out literally about 5 days before we go to the annual conference that everybody goes to. All these managers go.
Where's this story going?
A conference,
Okay.
obviously.
We're going to the
Oh,
conference.
Clearly.
is this just about you?
Yes,
Oh, okay, that's right then.
we're going to the conference. Okay.
Yeah, go to the
So
conference.
5 days before I'm going to this managers conference, I'm told that they want to demote me. They want to get me out of the company. Blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay. I'll take the demotion. Okay, because we had another baby coming up, didn't we? And I wanted to kind of stay in the company to get the paternity leave. So my mind was like, I don't care. I'll just be demoted. I'll get the paternity leave, and then after that I can look for another job.
I don't want to interrupt. Did you say paternity leave?
Paternity
Yes.
leave.
Like the man
There's-
gets leave for the baby?
Yes, there's this thing in some industrialized nations where they allow you to do that. Not here though.
That's not a thing.
Don't get your hopes up.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, because
Is that
I
really?
I can
Yeah.
pass my maternity leave. I can cut mine short and pass it on to him, and he has it as a paternity leave. So he
Yeah.
extend it.
You have to give it to him.
Well, no, he gets
Yeah.
2 weeks, but then
Yeah,
I
but
can
there,
give-
there are
I can
places.
give him
Yeah,
more.
this is a real thing. You can
Yeah.
actually take time off to
What?
be with the child that you helped
I can
bring
have
into
up
this world.
to 6 months after the baby's born, a certain period of time
Yeah.
that is left over from the mother's maternity leave. So we've done this on like 2 kids, hadn't we?
You've had paternity of all of them.
Yeah, no, but we'd already
Oh,
done
so
this.
far, okay.
So far at this point, with working with this company, I'd had 2 children and had this paternity leave where I'd been off for 6 months each time. And I'd been a deputy manager both times. And now I was the manager. And they knew that this paternity leave was coming up. So it was all kind of part of this. We want to try and get rid of him because we don't want him to have this paternity leave, or we'll demote him so that we can put another manager in his place. So 5 days before we go to this conference, they're telling me this, that they want to demote me. So I'm like, okay, I'll take the demotion. They were like, well, you can still go to the conference. That's fine, because we want to kind of, you still need to be abreast of all the situations and everything that's going on. And these conferences just were like for managers to have a complete, get drunk and find out about the kind of the next year ahead and things. But they'd always have like a convention part of it where you had all of the people that would be selling stuff to the company. So you'd have Xbox there, you'd have all the furniture companies there, you'd have
What kind of company was this? I mean, you don't need to like name the company, but just like what? Was this like a
the
department
company's
store?
gone bust now, so it don't really matter. But it was a
Okay.
hire purchase
Do you
company.
think it was linked to employing you and all your
Yeah.
paternity leaves?
Well, I'm just wondering why Xbox was there, but continue.
Because
They sold
we used to sell Xboxes, we used to sell TVs, furniture, white
Yeah.
goods.
Yeah, that's what I was curious. When you said
Oh.
Xboxes and then furniture, I was like, was this like a big,
Oh,
like a
what's
like a
that?
Best Buy, Circuit City type department store?
Yeah,
or
something
just
like that. But it was hire
curiosity?
purchase, so people would pay like
Mhm.
over the top for these things, and they'd sell them insurance as well. So it was all part of that.
Yep.
So go
Okay.
to this go to this conference, and there's loads of competitions to win loads of different things, and put my name down for every single thing.
As you do.
Because why not?
Yeah, when it comes to the evening, they always do the draws for everything. And so the bad luck is that, I kind of end up leaving the company about a month later, didn't I? Before I'd even
Yeah.
got the paternity leave, they just gave me a payout and kind of just got rid of me. But I won a sofa set. So when I chose the sofa
And
set,
there was no conditions on it.
there was
it?
no conditions
it was
on
just
it.
a sofa for your living room,
They said you can have a sofa set for your living room
as long as it fits in the living room.
as long as it fits in the living room. So we just moved.
What?
We just moved, and our living room is stupid length. And I picked 2 3-seater leather recliners and a 2-seater leather recliner to go in. and it was over, I think it's like 15 grand's worth of
Yeah.
prize.
And they kept saying, "This has got to fit in your living room. It's got to fit in your living room."
That was the
It's
only
like,
condition that
yeah.
it fit in the living room.
Oh, it
So
will.
they sent the
Gutted.
drivers and they measured up and they were like, "Yep." So I ended up kind of
You have
getting a
never
payout from the
seen a
company
living room.
and this amazing
Right.
sofa that we have still got like
Yeah,
5 or 6 years later.
yeah,
Just
Oh, that's beautiful.
that was good.
That's kind of awesome, dude. It's just like,
Mm.
sir, excuse me, sir, it's got to fit in your living room. Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah.
I don't think you heard me.
They do.
It has
Don't
to
worry.
fit in your living room.
it was
Yeah, no,
funny
I
'cause
heard you.
one of the other guys
And
at the table that was sitting next to, he won a 42-inch TV and
Yeah.
saw that I'd won the sofa set. And he was like, "Oh, do you want to swap?" I was like,
No.
No. I've got my eyes set on this. I know what I'm doing with this."
I, sir, have a plan.
Right.
Yeah, and
This,
then I
this
ended up
company,
getting,
I'm
like,
about to. Are you the reason the company went under? Buying a $50,000 couch?
No, I think because of the pandemic, they actually went under because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
because it was hire
pandemic.
purchase.
No one could pay.
No one could pay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
part of the company was that you, as the manager, used to take out like a bouncer type person with you to go
It
reclaim
was
the stuff.
literally, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
had to go around
You had
people's
to go
houses
in a white
and, knock,
van.
and knock on the door with the bouncer and be
so-
like, "Give us
so
some money now."
You had to do your own repo work. That's
Yeah.
It was
wild.
well dodgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, he's got a lot of payouts from different jobs because he irritates people.
$50,000 couch.
He irritates people. He's had a lot of payouts.
I haven't. Well,
How many
okay,
payouts have you had from jobs? And how many?
a couple.
Couple, 3 at least.
I think I've only been fired twice.
You have not been fired twice.
I've been fired
You've
twice.
been fired.
So when
twice.
you say payout, is that
Please go away and
slang
wait for money.
for fired? Is that what I'm
It's
understanding?
please go away and we give you money so that you don't take us to a tribunal or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Go
because
away
he's
and don't sue us,
aggravating.
please.
Yeah.
So you get fired in such a way
Yep.
that they don't just fire you, they pay you to not come back.
Yep.
Yeah. Because when I came back from the conference, I changed my mind and I didn't want to be demoted from a manager to a deputy, so that caused them issues.
No.
Yeah.
Back up.
Okay.
Stop.
Because there's some places that aren't like right to work places where basically the company has all the power and the employee has none. This sounds like one of those, no, you actually have rights and like, can't just be let off for nothing.
But the pay you
Yeah.
to stay away.
One,
Sir, no, I've developed what I believe is a genuine form of respect for you, sir. Like more than just friendship, more than just camaraderie, more than just co-host status. I mean, like, I bow to that notion, sir. That's impressive.
Can you imagine being married to him though? Can you imagine?
Yes.
Like the amount of phone calls I get. Mate, I'm really sorry. I've been fired again. Right. Okay.
Well, no. Technically, when
Technically what?
the last job I didn't get fired, it's that they cut down the hours, didn't they? But even then, they gave me a payout because I
They
was there
did.
for so long.
One of your payouts paid
Yeah,
for a
I
wedding.
remember that, the whole bakery thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were there for that. We helped him through that.
So
It was hard for him. He was not happy about it. He cried and everything.
See?
I'm not
Yeah.
sure it's your brother who's the one in the mob. I think maybe Night Demon has some connections here. I think.
Hey, Night Demon, you want a job?
I think. Yeah. Respawn's on a job in construction for you. You can work with the concrete.
No, but I tell you what, like my first job
Oh,
that
God.
I got fired from, right? I was running about 3 different stores at the time, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And there was some thefts going on in one of the bigger stores. So the regional manager
They'll
at the
never
time
catch
had
you.
me do an investigation. So I'd gone through all the books and we'd gone through all of kind of what we could do at the time. There was no CCTV that we knew of to kind of check everything, but we went through all the books and we were finding out when and where the money was kind of going missing. And we couldn't pinpoint it on anybody specifically. And at the time, my regional manager then disappeared, got sacked, whatever, and somebody else came in. And what they'd done is, in the meantime of getting rid of my regional manager, they'd installed this secret CCTV footage above the till area. And all they could see was me going to the till, getting money out of the till, putting it in my pocket, and then going to the safe behind. Now, I was just doing the change up at the time. There was no money that I was taking from the till, but I was just putting it in my pocket, my top pocket, and then going around to the safe, which was around the back, and changing it all up and then putting the money back. So
they were like,
"Ha!" I was the only person on camera at that point that they'd seen taking money out of the till, physical money out of the till. So I got sacked instantly. So I went to the citizens' advice. I ended up kind of getting into unions and things. And it turns out that, this CCTV footage was illegally put in because it was secret camera footage. And for some reason, I'd still had this book at home of all the the documentation of all the stuff that we'd done, me and this regional manager have kind of done. And we presented it to them. I think it was about 2 weeks before we went to a tribunal, didn't we? And in the meantime, they actually caught the person that had been stealing, because it was from where it was a dry cleaners on one side of the shop and then a photo booth thing on the other side. The people from the dry cleaners were the ones that were actually stealing, and they actually caught her on camera about 3 weeks before my tribunal. So they dropped everything for me and gave me a complete payout for that.
Yeah, because it was really stressful, wasn't it? We had a mortgage and we had a child, and suddenly you were out of work, but then it paid for our wedding, so happy days.
Oh, I think it's time for an intermission, and for me to tell you about what's happening this week in Destiny. Hello and welcome to This Week in Destiny for the 5th week of Season 19, Season of the Seraph, commencing January 3rd, 2023. Our 5th featured Nightfall will see us face off against Belmont in the Glassway over on Europa, where you have a chance to get a pinnacle engram if you complete the Nightfall with a score of 100k or more. This Nightfall will require you to own the Beyond Light expansion to play. You will be able to earn high-end gear for your character, including the Nightfall featured weapon, exotic gear, enhancement cores, enhancement prisms, ascendant shards, and adept mods. The higher the Nightfall difficulty, the more common the drop will be, with the featured weapon and exotic gear being uncommon at hero difficulty to being common with ascendant shards in Grandmasters. Legend and lower Nightfalls will have 7 barrier and 8 overload champions, with 3 solar, 5 void, and 12 arc shields. Masters will have 12 barrier and 14 overload, with 3 solar and 8 arc shields. Your adept Nightfall modifiers will be Scorched Earth, enemies throw grenades significantly more often, Acute Void Burn, plus 25% void damage dealt, and 50% void damage received. Hero modifiers include all previous modifiers. Champion's Foe. You will face barrier and overload champions. You can either use intrinsic exotics or equip anti-champion mods to your armor to defeat them. These mods come from the seasonal artifact. Hero modifiers, extra shields. Legend modifiers include all previous modifiers. Equipment locked, you will not be able to change your equipment after this activity starts. Match game, enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Arachno, dead vandals spawn web mines. Belmont's algorithm, incoming void and aerial damage is increased. Master modifiers include all previous modifiers. Togetherness, base health regen is reduced. If near another player, health regen is increased. Champions Mob, this mode contains additional champions. And as this is a new season, the Grandmasters will not be returning until January 17th, 2023. But your anti-champion artifact mods for this week's Nightfall are Anti-Barrier Bow and Pulse for 1 energy, Overload Scout Rifle, Submachine Gun, Auto Rifle, and the grenade mod Lord Kelvin's Basilisk, where Void and Stasis grenades disrupt overloads, all for 1 energy. You also have exotic weapons and armor that can help with intrinsic mods as well. For anti-barrier, the Kinetic Bow Wishender, the Kinetic Linear Fusion Rifle, Arbalest, the new Kinetic Pulse Rifle, Revision 0, the Solar Energy Hand Cannon, Erian's Vow, the Solar Heavy Sword, the Lament, and the Titan Exotic Gauntlets Second Chance, which gain a second charge of your shield throw melee, which becomes shield piercing and stuns barrier champions. For Overload, the Void Energy Bow Le Monarch, the Arc Energy Linear Trace Rifle Divinity, the Arc Heavy Machine Gun Thunderlord, and the Warlock Exotic Boots the Secant Filaments, which when you drop an Empowering Rift, any weapon that is fired from inside the well can cause an Overload champion to be stunned. Next up, Lord Shack swings Rumble to the featured Crucible playlist for the 5th week of the season.
Delightful!
Rumble is a 6-player free-for-all Crucible mode. Points are gained through scoring kills against enemy players. A standard kill grants a player 100 points, but certain types of kills grant bonus points, e.g. headshots. Level advantages are disabled in this mode. When a player hits 20 final blows or 8 minutes pass, the players in the top 3 are given the win, and the players in the bottom 3 are given a loss. And Valus Forge returns to the tower for the first time this season, bringing with him the Iron Banner. This is a week-long free-to-play Crucible event, which means there will be no Trials of Osiris at the weekend. Power level is disabled, which means you can go into Iron Banner with whatever weapons and armour you would like. Iron Banner also brings with it challenges and a seal to become an Iron Lord. Each day for 4 days for each character from Tuesday's reset, Lord Saladin will give you the opportunity to receive a pinnacle reward. By hovering over the Iron Banner node on the Director, it will tell you how many games you need to play and with what subclass you need to equip to complete it. You can either play each day and collect each pinnacle, or you can wait until Friday's reset to play all games that you need and receive all 4 in one go. From 3 for your first pinnacle, up to 18 in total for all 4 pinnacles. As a reminder, pinnacle rewards will give you +5 to your power level if you are below the power cap of 1580, but if you are at 1580, the pinnacle will give you +2 in light. Players can rank up with Lord Saladin to receive rewards from his reward track, and equipping any Iron Banner armour, ornament or weapon plus Iron Banner emblem will progress your progress faster in ranking up. This is multiplied if you complete the daily pinnacle challenge as well. Iron Banner gear or ornament is 200% for all 5 gear pieces. Iron Banner daily challenges completed 100% per challenge, 400 for all challenges, and Iron Banner emblem is 10% on top. For the Iron Banner gear boost requirements, all 5 pieces must be equipped as gear or ornament for it to take effect. When Iron Banner returns on January 3rd, it brings with it a new game mode called Fortress, where you will have to capture and hold zones while defeating opponents. But there's a twist, a Cabal twist. The objectives will change once Keitel and her troops get involved, but Bungie are not revealing the exact details of how Fortress will work just yet, because they want us to run up that hill ourselves.
Ready if you are. Let's see what's out there.
In addition, the weekly Throne World reset refreshes the pinnacle drops for the Wellspring activity, Preservation mission, and the Vox Obscura replayable exotic mission, plus the new exotic mission, Operation Sarah's Shield, in the Helm. The Witch Queen weekly story mission is the Cunning, where the modifiers will be Scorched Earth, with Barrier and Unstoppable champions. The King's Fall raid challenge this week is the first encounter, Totems, called The Grass is Always Greener. Players cannot take the same brand type twice in a row. The Vault of Glass challenge this week is the second encounter, Oracles, called The Only Oracle for You. Players cannot destroy the same oracle more than once. The Deepstone Crypt challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Tanix, called The Core 4. Guardians must dunk all 4 cores before each DPS phase. The Garden of Salvation challenge this week is the second encounter, Spire Defense, called A Link to the Chain. This is where all Guardians must receive the Enlightened buff at the same time. And the Last Wish challenge this week is the first encounter, Kali, called Summoning Ritual. Players must activate and cleanse all 9 plates, then kill all 9 knights and ogres before damaging Kali. Your pinnacle raid will be the Vow of the Disciple over on the Throne World, which means all challenges will be available for each encounter. These are the first encounter, Acquisition, called Swift Destruction, where Guardians must kill all champions within a few seconds of each other on all rounds. The second encounter, the Caretaker, called Base Information, where runners cannot pick up more than 1 stack of knowledge on each run. The third encounter, the Upender, called Defenses Down. This is where each player cannot kill more than 1 Taken Knight in total. The fourth encounter, Rolk, called Looping Catalyst. This is where Guardians must not lose the Leeching Force before the damage phase. Also, with the Vow the Disciple being the featured raid, this does mean that you can farm the final boss for a chance at the exotic pulse rifle, Collective Obligation. And the pinnacle dungeon for this week will be the Duality Dungeon on the Derelict Leviathan, found on the moon. Next up, challenges. So for week 5, we again have 3 classified challenges for next week, but as with the previous weeks, 2 of them will be a continuation of the challenges we had for the story. These should be More Than a Weapon Part 5. Complete week 5 of More Than a Weapon, with the reward being an Exoframe module and Challenge XP+. And Heist Battlegrounds 5. In Heist Battlegrounds playlist or legend, open 5 Seraph chests and defeat 50 powerful enemies. The Exoframe module and Challenge XP Plus will be the reward. The challenges available in the database are as follows. Quick Heist. Complete a Heist Battlegrounds in under 12 minutes. This will award Challenge XP Plus. Timeless Iteration. Acquire the Velis X Ritual Pulse Rifle for Challenge XP++ and Bright Dust. Iron Sharpens Iron. Complete Iron Banner matches, earn bonus progress for wins. 20 wins will award you with Challenge XP++ and Bright Dust. Fell and Fallen. Defeat Fallen and Hive bosses in Strikes or Vanguard playlists. 5 of each type will award you Challenge XP++ and Bright Dust. And speaking of Bright Dust, we have our Eververse for the week of January 3rd, 2023. Available this week for Bright Dust we have the Spill the Tea exotic emote for 3,250 Bright Dust, the Center 4 exotic Ghost Shell for 2,850 Bright Dust, the Signal Intercept legendary transmat effect for 450 Bright Dust, the Empirical Imperative legendary shader for 300 Bright Dust. The Bad Scene exotic emote will be available this week for 3,250 Bright Dust. The Keeping Score legendary emote for 700 Bright Dust. The Simulation exotic Ghost Shell for 2,850 Bright Dust. The War-Torn Peregrine exotic Sparrow for 2,500 Bright Dust. The Gilded Memento ornament for the Hunter exotic Helm, Assassin's Cowl. The Nouvelle Parapet ornament for the Titan exotic Gauntlets, the Titan Ramparts. And the Alternative Conductor ornament for the Warlock exotic Boots, the Geomag Stabilizers, each for 1,500 Bright Dust. The Felicic Pyroclasm exotic weapon ornament for the Prometheus Lens Trace Rifle for 1,250 Bright Dust. And finally, the Thumbs Down legendary Ghost Projection for 1,500 Bright Dust.
Lead the way.
For our Legacy rotation, we have the Loot rotation for Dares of Eternity, which will be on week 1's rotation with the Wild Hunt armor set and Scatterhorn armor set being available. The weapons available this week will be the Arsenic Bite 4B bow, the Blast Batu grenade launcher, the Corsair's Wrath linear fusion rifle, the Deafening Whisper energy grenade launcher, the Dire Promise hand cannon, the Enigma's Draw sidearm, the Escape Velocity submachine gun, the Giant 7 pulse rifle, the Friction Fire submachine gun, the Royal Chase scout rifle, and the True Prophecy hand cannon. On Europa this week, critics, the Dark Priestess will be the Empire Hunt, the Eventide Ruins will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Survival. On the Moon, the weekly story mission should be Beyond. The Trove Guardian is located in Archer's Line. The Wandering Nightmare is the Nightmare of Jax, Claws of Zivurath on the Hellmouth. The Nightmare hunts this week should be Skolas, Pride, Omnigul, Anguish, and Zydron, Servitude. The Dreaming City this week is at a weak curse level, which means Pet Revenge can be found in the Strand, and has the Broken Courier mission for the next week. The Blind Well features Scorn enemies and the Plagues, Sicarus and Varacus, with the Argonon's Abyss being the Ascendant Challenge, located in the Bay of Drowning Wishes Lost Sector. Hello! As a reminder, your daily Lost Sector will show you a flag outside which will give you details of champions and burns you will find inside. But if you're new to the game or you're using an alternate character and can't find the flag outside, you will have to run through the Lost Sector normally to have it show up on your map as a Legend/Master. Tuesday, January 3rd will be Perdition on Europa for exotic chests, Arc and Void Elemental Shields, Arc Burn with Overload and Barrier champions. Wednesday, January 4th, will be Sepulture on the Throne World for exotic helmets, Solar and Arc Elemental Shields with a Solar Burn, with Unstoppable and Barrier Champions. Thursday, January 5th, will be Extraction on the Throne World for exotic boots, Arc and Void Elemental Shields with an Arc Burn, with Overload and Unstoppable Champions. Friday, January 6th, will be Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City for exotic gauntlets, Solar and Void Elemental Shields, Solar Burn with Overload and Unstoppable Champions. Saturday, January 7th, will be Aphelios Rest on the Dreaming City for exotic chests, Void Elemental Shields, Stasis Burn with Unstoppable and Overload Champions. Sunday, January 8th, will be the K1 Logistics on the Moon for exotic helmets, Solar and Arc Elemental Shields, Void Burn with Overload and Barrier Champions. And then finally, back round to Monday, January 9th, will be the K1 Crew Quarters on the Moon for exotic boots, Solar Elemental Shields, Arc Burn with Overload and Barrier Champions.
Guardian down.
So, first thing, T-Rex King, I would let him, I would offer my minivan to him, okay? He wouldn't have to take it. I would offer it, right? T-Rex King's like, don't say that to him or else he's going to want to use your minivan when he goes to Disney.
That's already a done deal. He's staying with Respawn. That's already been decided. That's just been reinforced.
And the minivan, we just got an upgrade on the minivan. All the internal carpet has been removed, and we have the that WeatherTech stuff down on the floor now.
Nice.
So our van's got an upgrade. Like you can't get it dirty no matter what you do. You just spray it off with a water hose, boom, you're done.
Nice.
Right? So it's definitely nice. We got you, bro. I got you. But yeah, and the other thing is,
and the wife and the 5 kids, yeah. Just check.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 seats by itself.
Yeah.
And then you can fit 1.
You were driving, remember?
2 on the floor. So you can potentially have 9 people with 2 on the floor. That can go to 11 if you put 2 in the back, like in the trunk area.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Me, and the families, yeah.
Yeah.
How many are you strapping to the roof?
None. We don't need that. Also, I don't have roof racks.
It's Florida. I thought that was required.
No. Ooh, actually, if the seats are out, then we have the storage compartments underneath the van that we can open up and stick a child in there. You don't close it, obviously, but you can leave it open, and that's a seat right there. So okay, 13 people in the van. Boom.
It depends on how tall Elijah is.
Well, Elijah is definitely going to go in the bucket. He's going in the floorboard bucket.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
He's not very big. It's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. No, the kid wants to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we have to fight to put him in his car seat. He's everywhere except his car seat.
They would sit on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, hey, on top of that, I got a DVD player, right? My brothers were making fun of me. They're like, oh, yeah, what you going to do? You got a DVD player? I pulled it down and turned it on, and it was an Aladdin.
No.
And sure enough, my brothers, who are the ages of 30 and 24, were sitting back there stone cold watching Aladdin like it was their first time. I was like, you making fun of me now, huh?
You know Will Smith.
Oh, hopefully not Will Smith.
Oh, no, original, dude.
Good.
One of my favorite games when all the minivans used to have DVD players, it was before parents would just shove a screen in front of their kids if they didn't have like a gaggle of children, would be as we pass them on the interstate, try to play the game of what movie are they watching. For that couple seconds you could sort of see while you went by, what are they watching, and try to figure it out. Yeah.
And what's cool about mine is mine has a thumb drive slot, and it's also got one of those HDMI slots. So I have in the thumb drive slot, I have a 128 gig thumb drive with just like a gaggle of movies. Like I turned it on at the beginning of the trip, and he wasn't anywhere near through the list by the time we were done, right? And on top of that, it's got an HDMI connection, which if you have an HDMI to a mini HDMI that goes to your phone, you can watch what he's watching.
Nice.
And I've got headphones that if they turn on the headphones, it goes in their headphones and I get my radio back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like the gadget.
I've got a question for you.
What's up?
Hang on a second, I've got to think of it now.
Okay.
Oh no, that was it. It was a joke. I've got a joke for you. Why did Chris Rock and Will Smith not have turkey on Christmas Day?
Okay, so it's got something to do with the slap. Chris Rock and Will Smith. Because Chris wasn't thankful for the slap?
No, because they had beef.
They had beef. You're so old.
He is the daddest dad here, so I mean, you got to give it to him.
He is. He's also the oldest one here, which I didn't know, but is now not surprised.
You can't laugh. You're older than me.
I know that's what I'm.
It may only be by
And not only that, but we're being told by him that every one of his birthdays that pass by, you intentionally mess with him and add years on to whatever his age is, to the point where he doesn't even know how old he is anymore. This poor man thinks he's 47. We had to do the math to show him he wasn't.
No, you're.
Hang on, here we go.
He's a very young 62.
Now.
Yeah.
Hold on, here we go.
You're. No, this is going to be
No,
right.
you're adding it up now. That's
no,
why. You're
no,
not
because I'm thinking I am. I think you're 44. I think you're 44. Are you 44? Are you 44? Oh, you thought 44.
Why are you asking me if I'm...
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, why are you asking him? You should know this.
Oh, are you?
How many years have we been married?
Oh, I don't know that. I know we've been together 25. I go from how long we've been together. Married, I don't know.
This is what I'm living with.
Oh, no, I don't know. I think it... Oh, I don't know.
Every year
July
you miss it.
sometime, and it would have been in the summer holidays.
Yeah.
But there you go then. It's July. Bang, done.
Okay, fair enough.
It's one of 31 days.
Is it?
30
They already
days.
done a month. Good job.
Yeah, 30 days of
I'm just
September,
tricking you.
April, June, and November. And we've been
Hey,
married for...
what was her name? May? May is the name, right?
I'm going to need some
Hey, come on.
context.
Yeah.
His wife. She said her name was May earlier.
Your name's May?
My name's not
No?
May.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
No.
I thought you said your name was May. Okay.
No.
Anyway, doesn't matter. How many months have 28 days in them?
12 months.
There you go. Also, question in the chat: is cereal considered soup?
No.
No, because you crunch it.
Well, I will follow up
You
with.
can crunch soup. You can absolutely crunch a soup.
Well, I will follow with that Orpus question. What goes first, cereal or milk?
Unless you're a psychopath, it's always the cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put the cereal in because you have to know where that level's going to be, and then you pour the milk over the top because you want the fresh milk.
Absolutely.
And then you kind of get a little bit of a mix up.
What if you
No,
are a
no.
psychopath? You put in orange juice?
Now, after you've had the initial bowl and you've already gotten milk in there and you've got cereal, right? At this point, if you're out of cereal and you still have milk, that is the only time it is acceptable to have the milk before the cereal.
Yes, that's true.
That is it.
Now,
I've seen
something
that
I
one.
heard, I think
was
it was on
pre-existing
TikTok
milk.
today, that you guys over there have a half and half.
We do.
What is this about?
Half of what? Half of milk and half.
It's half milk, half creamer. It's made for coffee.
Oh, nice. That would be nice. The
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
Why don't we have that?
I don't know because we don't do it over here.
Because you have tea for every meal.
Hmm.
Well, is that not the
That's why.
same as full fat milk?
Oh,
No, because cream and milk are two different things.
But with full fat milk, you have the cream on top of the milk.
only a little tiny bit.
Well, I
You
know
get
it's only a little-
tiny bit near the top. Don't you?
No, it's not. No, that cream. If I'm remembering correctly, we have homogenized milk, and I believe that cream that you're discussing is removed before the milk goes in the gallon.
What word did you just use? Gallic.
Gallon. We have a gallon.
Okay, yeah.
We have the imperial system here, not the metric.
It's real dumb.
So it's like
that
what?
freaks me out a bit.
It's like 4 quarts? No, 4. Yeah, 4
It's
quarts.
unimportant. It's a quantity of
About.
milk.
Yeah.
The quantity of
So
milk
anyway,
is unimportant.
yeah, that fat that you're talking about, I think they removed that layer before they put our milk in the container. So even though we have the full fat, we don't have that layer of cream on top,
Oh,
or that layer of whatever the hell that is.
There you go then.
I like a bit of cream.
I could be wrong. I could be just blowing smoke up somebody's ass, but I'm pretty confident that's.
But
what
you say it
that's
with such
that.
confidence, we believe you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly confident, but I could be completely wrong.
That was something I learned early on in my career working in IT. You had to be very careful what you said with absolute confidence to people because they would believe you, and you could be absolutely lying to them. They'd be like,
absolutely.
They'd be like, no,
Dude,
absolutely.
in the
They'd be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that thing I said. No.
Yeah, no. In the military, I had so many people thinking their flux capacitors were broken.
Oh, dude, I've had to replace so many flux capacitors. It's a pain.
It's crazy.
You don't want an
man.
amateur doing
It's
that.
crazy. And then on top of it, you have IT magic where it's broken until we breach the doorway and then it works.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
It can sense the technician coming, and it goes, no, we're good, we're fine, it's all fine. So,
but yeah, what else we got?
So Golden God has another question for us that he requests Respawn help us out with this if we need it. Oh, if you played D&D, what would be your class and why?
Oh,
I mean, my answer is clearly barbarian, and I think the reason why is very obvious.
You would be a bard. You'd 100% be a bard.
Would you not be the bard?
I've been a barbarian every time I've played. Why would I be a bard?
You may play a barbarian, but you are a bard because you antagonize the. You are support 100%, dude. No, because you use your words to set me up all the time, and then you're the antagonizer. You're the pot stirrer. 100% bard. That is what you do. You know, you use your words as weapons. Now, you might be a big guy. Fair enough. You might like to play a barbarian in D&D, but you yourself would be a bard. 100%. Night Demon, on the other hand, I'd say...
What would Night Demon be and why?
Yeah, what would I be?
I'd say a rogue. A rogue, but he wouldn't just be a rogue. No, he'd be something else too. He'd be a rogue because he's sneaky.
Yeah,
right.
He'd be like a rogue or a thief or some like a trickster of some sort.
Well, yeah, a rogue is a thief. Yeah, so that's all in the thing. So, he'd be, his class would be rogue because that's the class, right? And because he's sneaky. What you guys see is not the face that he has. Half the people didn't believe he cursed until they saw him in PvP. They didn't believe me. It's like, yeah, now you believe me, huh? Anyway, so no, he's definitely two-faced, right? So he definitely hides. He's got all kinds of secrets, right? So definitely a rogue, but he would be multi-classed into something else. I'm thinking rogue, maybe rogue warlock, because I have a feeling he has a deal with the devil.
I think
because he's
very unlucky. But then I can
he's like, yep, that sounds right.
One of the luckiest people.
Yeah. So Rogue Warlock is what Night Demon would have to be, and I just gave you the reasons why.
And bonus question: what about Deacon? Since she's here, she's now included in this.
Okay, Deacon would be the dungeon master.
Yeah.
No, that's cheating. That's cheating. No, okay.
Well, I mean,
so
we could call that a class and call it done. Gotta have a DM.
Well, no, she supports him like financially, right?
And emotionally,
she's
and
the kingpin of the house. She's the
the
kingpin of the house, so she's got to have a lot of money, right? So if you have a lot of money, she would have to be probably a wizard. Wizards are highly educated and they've got a lot of money. They have to. And it's magic how you can have so many kids and not lose your mind.
Oh, I tell you, that's a compliment. That was quite nice. I was judging your answer.
There you go.
That's all right.
See, the two of you are the same person, so and anything coming out of his mouth will be complimentary towards you, but the rest of us need to run for cover.
I mean, yeah.
Just like Demon, every time you speak, he's like, "Oh no, what's happening?"
Yeah. No, me. I would be. It's a weird class. It's called a Hexblade Warlock, and it's basically a barbarian, right? But I have a deal with the devil that lets me use charisma for all of my attacks instead of strength. Wink, wink. And I can also have ranged attacks, and I have a deal with the devil. Usually my devil is Cthulhu, just because I like chaos. So yeah, there you go. That's the best answer I think I can give y'all.
That was a very detailed answer.
Superb.
Yeah.
So Zep Orbit wants to know if you could pull any item from a movie, video game, etc. What would you choose and why? So pulling an item
that's
out of
easy.
video game, movie, TV. All right, what is it?
The DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Oh God.
Very good choice. Damn.
Got in there before you.
I don't think I'd want to
Well,
see
I
that.
actually wasn't going to say that. I love your choice. I respect it, but that wasn't my answer.
No, but I'm stealing it before
Well,
you.
what is your answer?
The lamb from Aladdin.
Now, is this Will
You can
Smith's
go back in
lamp?
time, but I can just make wishes, bro.
Is this
Boom.
Will Smith's lamp? So you have to deal with Will.
God, no.
Or is it-
It would have to be Robin Williams or nothing.
Will Smith has no part in any of this.
And my first wish, bring Robin Williams back. And make him immortal. No. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, no. The lamp for me. Peroty?
God, this is hard. I don't have one that would go to. I think I would go. There's a movie called Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
I love
okay.
that.
Thank God I'm with the proper generation.
That is a lovely.
Yeah. I just saw it this past week, dude.
I would pull that
Again.
that like crazy ship from Flight of the Navigator out.
Yeah.
And just allow me to travel
That ship
around.
had personality. I love that ship.
For you people who are not 40 years old, it came out in the late 80s. I have no idea where you can find it. Ask Respawn.
Yeah, no, I found it online. I was watching it on like just some streaming site, and it was there. It was also it had
Nice.
Sarah Jessica Parker as like a teenager.
God.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's been
like it's
been
that old.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know she was in it.
it's been decades since I've seen it. But yeah, no, that's that ship.
Yeah, the ship he's talking about transforms into all kinds of different shapes based on what you want it to do. Like while you're inside of it, everything around you is clear. It's like you're not in anything at all, right? And the ship is sassy with an attitude. It's really cool.
I'm so
Really
glad that you were all like, yes, as opposed to what is that? Because normally I talk about
No,
that.
no.
I mention the movie and people are like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Trying to navigate
Would you also
Good
like
choice.
the Last Starfighter arcade machine?
Oh, maybe it's been too long since I've seen Last Starfighter.
It doesn't
There's
hold
also
up
no-
very well.
Yeah,
From what I
there's-
What
remember,
about Deacon?
I only saw it a couple of months back. What would yours be? Sorry.
Mine would be Dan Aykroyd's briefcase from the Blues Brothers.
Not bad. Why?
Because I'd like to know what he keeps in it. Because I know his harmonica's in it.
Oh.
We're sitting here racking our brains like, is there something we're forgetting about? Like, nope, just want to know.
Right? I'm just like, I didn't want to say I don't remember what it does because then I didn't want to give it away. I don't want to be the ignorant one.
What ancient
But,
talisman is
thank
this? What is?
I
in
want
the
a mission
box?
from God.
Oh,
It's just an
yeah.
empty briefcase.
Well,
100%. It's a briefcase that's just got like a pencil in it, and the
Oh.
pencil's not even sharp.
No, because
It's
he
where-
has his cream cheese in it, and then he
Yeah, it's where he
pulls out
keeps his
his
snacks.
spray glue, and he's got his harmonica in it. So I want to know what else is in it, and then I
Yeah.
can hold it, and his hand would have held the handle before.
Yeah, but like once you get it, there's nothing in it. It's just an empty
It's
briefcase.
all right.
with
I
a broken
can
pencil.
just rub Dan's smell all over me. I'll be happy with that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I
Little
have
weird.
bought her a harmonica that was signed by Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, but you didn't get the briefcase.
I
That's
didn't get the
apparently where you went
briefcase.
Oh, I
wrong.
want the original from the film.
Well, yeah, you'd have to see him about that.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Well, you'd have to see somebody. I guarantee that thing's not cheap.
No, can you imagine?
What else we got? Is that it?
No, there's a
Amazing.
question about Pilk.
Oh, don't that makes me feel sick. I can't believe I drank.
What goes first, the Pepsi or the milk? Neither, because Pepsi is terrible. You don't drink Pepsi. Other Pepsi products, sure, but Pepsi itself,
On
absolutely
second
not.
thought, I went back and I watched the video.
Oh no! Don't tell me you weren't supposed to do that, and you made me drink that.
Technically, no.
Wait, which
Lindsay
video?
seems to cut out loads of kind of
Oh,
bits of it. She just seems to pour milk into the
Oh,
Pepsi.
don't! It makes me feel sick.
But Pepsi went back and they've actually done an instruction video on it.
Which says, do not put milk in our product by any chance.
No,
That's what it should
it's
say.
basically you put milk and then you put cream and then you put something else in it, a cinnamon or something. You mix that up and then you pour that in with the Pepsi. I didn't do that part, so I'm thinking now I don't really want to go back and do that.
Please don't put cream in Pepsi.
No, you've traumatized your family once. Don't try to traumatize your family again.
No, sorry.
For real. So AZ says, I'm sorry. Inept Old Fart says, if Bungie or Sony goes to a monthly subscription, would you still pay and play?
There'd have to be a conversation in this household.
Oh, like I have any conversation.
But you would want to is the idea, right?
It would depend on what they would give you for the subscription model compared to what we get now.
I mean, to be fair, I was thinking when I saw this question, I was thinking, aren't we already doing that?
I mean, more or less, because
we might not have to pay a monthly subscription, but we have to pay for every expansion that comes out. And if you divide that over time,
I mean, no, we don't Respawn because they're all free, right? We haven't paid anything since this game came out in 2014.
How
exactly.
much? Yes, okay. All your other little things.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Oh, jeez, yeah, no, you're right. No.
So, how much do these expansion packs run to these days then?
Well, if you have an Xbox, they're free on PC. Because they have to port everything from Xbox to PC, we have to pay. But Xbox is free.
I can only tell you in Australian dollars, so there's really no way to know.
No, but seriously, I mean, going from like say £80 or $80 for the year for the expansions to then paying $10 a month. I know they're getting more, but then you'd be asking, well, what am I getting for that extra bit of money?
I'd be saying, don't pay it.
Exactly. I know you would. It's
connected to Destiny. Just let it be. Let it be.
Yeah, that's sort of where I come down. Is like, yeah, like here's what I'm paying. Basically, I'm buying. I'm not buying any of the microtransactions. I'm paying for the expansions, for the game's content. In the one bulk price of, hey, you can pay for this as one chunk. If I now have to pay more for that, for the ongoing thing, for basically the same kind of model, I mean. Who am I kidding? I would still probably pay it because this is the game I play. Like I'm in too deep now, but it would I'd still look at it and go, would it be something I paid for periodically? Would I go, oh, yeah, I'll pay for it for 3 months at a time and then take a break and then come back? Like it would be a much harder decision to say, yeah, I'm going to pay for this all the time. If it's not, if it's an ongoing thing, I'm looking at my card going, there's that charge again this month. It would really, in any kind of content drought or any kind of season I wasn't really enjoying, done. Like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. I'll come back in 2 or 3 months when the new season drops and see if I like that one.
I think that's where they get people at the moment, isn't it? Where we've had several seasons where people say they don't like that season or it's been a really weak season with very little story or very little to do. If you've purchased the whole thing from the get-go, you're like, oh, I've paid for it, I might as well play it, kind of thing.
Yeah, you're
Whereas,
here now.
like
so.
you were saying, if it's monthly and the
People
reviews come
drop
out and
out,
say,
don't
"Oh, this isn't worth it," you just cancel it for that month and just kind of play the
Drop
free-to-play part of it.
Yeah, or say,
I think
hey,
they'd
this
lose
is
people,
when
to
I
be
go.
honest.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think, and again, it's like you also then couldn't, would you make significant? And that's because that's the thing. If you're going to do that, I feel like you need to make significantly more money than you are now, because a season like we got now with like right now, I don't care that we're playing reskin Seraph stuff and it's reskin things and it's activities we've done and like it's fine. Like, yeah, I know some people go, oh my god, they reused this element and made us run through lost sectors as part of the last season activity, but like I think you could not do that if this was a PvP or PvP. Gosh, if it was a subscription model. And next thing I was going to say is you need to fix PvP. Like you actually would need to give PvP a lot of love and care, and this game would have to grow and evolve, and we would need more vault space. Like you would need to run it like a game you're paying monthly for. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think obviously it's still an MMO, so I think you could rightly say yes, this should be a subscription game. But I think the way the game would need to run and that value proposition of I'm now paying you monthly is a very different mental model than I paid you, now I'm good for the year, I'll pay you again in a year, versus I'm paying you every month and looking at this every month. It's reminding me, hey, you're paying me for this. You could stop at any time and go do literally anything else.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the I used to play Guild Wars a lot. And the reason I never played WoW was specifically because of their subscription model. It's like, I'm not going to pay for a game and then 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 pay for... No. But you brought up a point. If we didn't have limited vault space, right? Like, if they made a lot of quality of life changes that we've been asking for, space-wise, gameplay-wise, things like that, I would consider it. I would actually consider paying a monthly fee if they took care of all the issues that we complain about all the time. You know what I mean? But if those issues are going to stay here, I'm not paying a monthly subscription for it. And then on top of that, the expansion cost. No, not happening.
You know, I think at that point, you know, it would have to replace the expansion cost because you couldn't get me to you couldn't get me to pay to get in the door and then pay for additional content. Like, you know, your dungeon pass goes away, all the extra seasonal events, you know, paying $10 for this extra seasonal event stuff. That's got to be in your subscription. And maybe there's a different tier of subscription you could do, but like you can't then be nickel and diming me for that stuff too. I mean, Eververse would still be a thing, like, because I mean, heck, every game has the cosmetic piece of it of you can absolutely throw more money at a game if you want to, but yeah, it would be a very different thing if it were a subscription. And anyway, this came up. We can throw a link in the show notes, but this came up because I think GameRanks ran an article where people have seen in the API there's a subscription upsell, you know, 1, 3, 6, and 12 month ad banner, you know, basically TIFF file, image file, like in some of the game data. So people are going,
I didn't even know that.
You know, is that coming? Is this a thing that's going to happen? So that's why people are sort of starting to talk about, does this become a subscription thing?
And if it does, what happens to the free-to-play part of it?
I mean, it wasn't always free to play. It would probably just go back to not being free to play.
Yeah.
Can they do that?
Yeah, but they've put a big push. Like, that's been their whole focus of, you know, whenever you want, wherever you want, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, they can put that genie back in the bottle, but I think it would be a big shift for the game if they completely did a 180 on everything they had done. And maybe it's because, hey, this is not a sustainable thing. Sort of like we've been saying for a while is, hey, this is a good idea. We'll do all this new content and da-da-da. And then realize this isn't a sustainable thing to shove all this new content out every, 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
I think also if they do the subscription base, it's going to be quite hard to then stick to do different seasons. Because at the moment, I think we're facing a season which is one of the shortest seasons of the whole 4. So I think we've only got is it a 12-week season this season? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, once we hit, I think it was January 17th, will be the first Grandmaster of the season. And then literally you've got 6 weeks until the end of the season and the new expansion comes out. And there's quite a lot to get done in this season if you want to kind of get everything done. I mean, you've still got the Dawning stuff on for the next week. You've got the Moments of Triumph, which I don't hear anybody else talking about, which, if you're a Triumph hunter, you care about those kind of things. And then you've got the season stuff. Plus, if you've missed any of the other 3 seasons from doing any of those bits, you've still got to finish those off before the new season hits. I don't know. They've got to kind of work out their timing, I think. Don't you agree, Deacon?
Well, what I found interesting was them saying, why would you pay to join something and pay for something else? It made me think about your fishing.
My fishing?
Yeah. Because I don't understand the logic. You have to pay to belong to the fishing place. You have to pay to have a fishing license. But then you have to pay to go into the fishing place to fish. And I was thinking, that actually doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
How many times do you have to pay to do fishing?
You have to pay for nature. That's awesome.
You have to pay to be a member of the place because it's exclusivity.
But then why do you have to pay them again to go and use the place? Surely you paid the first time.
Well,
no, that's your subscription to get in the door. To actually use the thing, no, that's another fee entirely.
Yeah.
Crikey.
It's a
Life's a
Costco
rip-off,
model.
isn't it? Life's just a big
Yeah.
rip-off.
Adulthood is stupid.
Adulting is dumb. Which reminds me, you're paying your own tickets to Disney.
But you're at least going to get the Florida rate, right?
Yeah. I'll you give me the money so I can get the rate for you,
Wink,
right?
Wink.
And then y'all can stay at the house and you can use the van, but You're definitely paying for the
And
tickets.
the pet. I don't think the house is big enough.
Do
for
you know
us.
what? I don't think there should be any time in the whole world when
Yeah, we only have a 3-2, so people are gonna have to share.
I
No,
think
Respawn, I think they should pay you a subscription to use the house, and then I think for each van usage they should also pay for, and then with mileage as well.
oh, shut up, you.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, gas, fill up the tank,
I don't think I should ever be in the same room as Respawn. I don't think the universe could cope.
I think it would explode.
I just
that-
want to
that
come
would
and
be the
watch.
end
I
of
just want to
time.
see this
That
interaction.
would be the end of time. Time would just cease and it'd go boom.
I think I would die. Like legitimately, after being with my brothers this past week, I was laughing so hard that I realized if Deacon and I spent too much time around each other, I would die from laughing too much. Legit.
Mhm.
So I think it's a health risk
Yeah.
us being in the same room together.
I
For
think it
everyone
wouldn't,
involved.
be good. Wouldn't be good. I think
Yeah, no.
I think Nitedemon would get into his stress rubbing his forehead quite a lot, and he might.
I'd
Ooh.
actually like to see Nitedemon out like offline, because Nitedemon, like you're talking about how he goes through like spectacular lengths to pull off a practical joke, and I respect the shit out of that, and I would love to see that in action.
Yeah, but sometimes I just want a quiet life.
This trip may break him though. I'm not sure an international trip with all the kids and you and Deacon. I'm not sure
No,
Nitedemon
no,
would
I
live
don't
through that
think-
trip.
No, I don't think the trip would be an issue because it's not something that's recorded, so I'm not having to stress about explaining anything.
Oh,
No, he would participate.
No
I would let
editing of the
loose,
trip.
Yeah,
no
Oh, yeah.
editing of the trip.
I
Okay.
think Deacon would be the one that'd be head rubbing.
Hmm.
But you're a very different. You've got a very different persona for your podcast to what you have in person.
You talking to your husband?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's actually he's a very quiet person. Very quiet.
I think this has
person.
helped me.
Don't give me that. That's
What?
It's not therapy.
What?
It could be.
It sounds like it.
The amount of times I've had to apologize to people because he just won't speak. He just doesn't speak. He doesn't see the point of it. He's like, I don't get the point in talking. Oh, but put a podcast on. He's such
Well, that's because people
Chappy.
suck.
Have you met people?
Deacon, people suck, dear.
yeah, but when I like it's things for my work and that, I wish it'd be a bit more chatty Cathy like the podcast.
For
no.
your work,
You-
these are people you know. He doesn't know them.
You can bring the introvert to the workplace, but you can't make him talk. It's like leading a horse to
Yeah.
water, but not making him drink. Yeah, no, like you
My
can.
wife tries that same thing with our church friends. It's like we go to church, that's fine, but you want all of us to go out into a place. Like she invites all of them over for like my son's birthday and whatnot.
Mhm.
I didn't realize
This
you're
is my
a
kid,
church
this is my
goer.
birthday.
That puts a whole
Oh,
new
yeah.
spin on things.
Oh yeah, no, we're actually incredibly religious over here.
Okay, well, yeah, that changes things.
that would be a conversation.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
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 Well, speaking of conversations, Zep Orbit would also like to know: does my college calculus count as questions for the show? And I'm going to say you can
no.
try, but I will absolutely fail spectacularly at that.
No, we have a teacher in the room that
Oh,
could
shut
probably
up.
answer this question.
And I've taken Calc 3 in college, but I'm not taking
No,
New
ma-
York Calc 3.
Math is the devil. No, math, whether it's
Math is not the devil. No.
math, whether
No,
it's
I'ma stop you there.
singular or plural, is the devil. Mm-mm.
No, I'm gonna stop you there, dude. Like, there is something satisfying
No,
when you get a problem that takes 6 pages to write out the math, and at the end you got it right.
no.
Yeah.
That's a satisfying feeling. I'm sorry.
I would
No,
give up after
gotta
page this first line and just go no.
No, I do. I view math as a puzzle, and like if it takes 6 pages to solve this puzzle and you get it right at the end, that's satisfying.
You could just look at the
So-
back and find the answer, and then you've got some more time. I guess.
Aren't you a superintendent? You don't get it
What?
in the back of the book at the higher levels, young lady.
She's a Super Nintendo.
superintendent.
She's a Super Nintendo.
What's a
Is that-
superintendent? What do you mean?
That
sounds-
is like
Well, aren't you?
that
that
is
sounds
like
like
the
a prison,
person.
Like, aren't you in charge of a bunch of schools?
That's
in
the
your
person
area?
who would oversee like a whole school.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
like a
I was
whole school
thinking, like,
district would be.
prison.
Yeah,
That's
our
what I did.
superintendent would oversee like the entire like district worth of schools, like a whole bunch of schools in
Yeah.
a county or a city or town or whatever.
Yeah, I'm with children.
And I
all
was under the
day.
impression that's what you did.
And then I come home and I've got Nitedemon, another child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to
Well,
be
so then you're
fair,
used
you
to
brought
it.
that on yourself. Like
I
you knew what you were
did.
getting yourself into.
But to be
And-
fair, you know,
And then
I
you
don't
brought
know
in a
what
whole bunch of more
change.
children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's to help distract from the bigger child.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
doesn't
someone
work.
has to keep Night Demon company.
She loves her job so much that she wants to have an entire school's worth of children at home.
Yeah, you know,
Oh, I
it's
do
just like
love
it's just
my
like people who
children.
have pets and get another pet for their pet. You're like, well, I have a Night Demon. He's gonna need playmates, so we need to have children.
Dude, that's totally a thing. I got
know.
Layla because Flash was so sad being alone. And as soon as we got Layla, he immediately turned into Papa Bear, man.
Yeah, see, your pets need pets. So do your Night Demons,
That's big
apparently.
pets.
And what are these pets?
I have 2 dogs and a cat. 2 very large, very angry dogs.
I wonder where they get that from.
Well, yeah, I train them. They're guard dogs, man.
You're a very angry person.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a teddy bear. I don't know what you're talking about.
He just plays one on TV.
You rant really easily. You just go off on one.
Well, I mean,
There's a whole section
things
named
need
after
to be
me.
said, and I'm not angry. I'm passionate. Okay, I am
Mhm.
passionate about what I believe in.
It's not called Respawn's Passionate Talk.
But
I'm
maybe
not
it
the one
should
that
be
named it, am I?
rebranded for 2023.
How vicious was that? I'm not the one who named it, am I?
Passion of the
Yeah.
Floridian.
Well, we'll change it. 2023, we're going to change it.
Why don't he be a positivity talk and he can give a nice,
Because
calm,
it doesn't.
positive
No.
Hey, I'm positive sometimes.
No,
What
no,
the
no,
fluff?
no, you're absolutely positive. Calm is where I started laughing.
Yeah.
nice, you know, like a
All right,
nice.
well now you got me in a box. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but positive, I absolutely believe. Calm, not on your life.
We'll come back to this. Remind him when he has a Respawn rant, we're going to have to come back to this and remind him that he's got to have a chilled out moment.
I think it should be like a positive affirmation of life, something really nice and happy.
He won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
You say that, but I remember the last rant. Like, I gave pause to the other side in my last rant. I was like, no, I understand.
Because
You
you were
know,
just at that point.
I'm trying to be more.
Well, this sounds
Something.
like a perfect time to ask our last question. Is
Yeah.
what are y'all's New Year's resolutions from Zep Orbit?
Ah, that thing. Y'all go first.
This is
I
assuming
didn't have any.
we have any
We really-
resolutions.
Do we?
No.
We never really do them.
No.
Less Destiny time?
No, that's not on there.
Oh, okay.
It's
What
not
was
on
that?
his.
I thought I'd check.
Less Destiny time. How much time did you spend playing your Witcher 3 tonight?
Not enough, obviously.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, but no.
There's a reason for that.
Reason.
This is going to start
they've
me off on a rant.
updated her
no,
game.
This is to start me off on a rant.
Did
right?
they take
Respawn.
Henry Cavill out and put in whoever the new guy is?
Oh, I know. I can't believe he's going.
He's Superman now.
It's not up to him. If anything, he should be praised. He left because they were not honoring the Witcher storyline.
You said that.
He's super.
Well, I did
He's
say
Superman
that, yeah,
now.
but I'm not happy with that.
No, he's not
really
Superman either. They
either.
pulled him from that role too. He's Warhammer 40,000 now.
He's got nothing.
Well, The Rock
He's
lied to me then.
Warhammer 40,000.
Well, The
Bless
Rock's
him.
a liar.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Anyway, the reason, right? Oh, it's a long story, and I can't be bothered to change it. But they've updated the maps, and one of the maps, it's now got like about 40 question marks on it, which seems you have to go and explore. But they're all in the water, so I've done about 15 of them, and they've all been these underwater like barrels that you get treasure out of. But there's drowners who try and kill you while you're doing it.
Really? The Witcher 3's got an update?
Wait.
Yeah. And it's just really annoying me. And I said to Night Demon, I said, this is really crappy because when they
I'm
do an
gonna go back
update,
and play it.
you think it's going to be really good fun, but actually it's just every single one has been barrels so far. And it's like, this isn't fun, but I've got to do it. Otherwise, I can't complete the game. So
Yeah.
But for how long have you been playing it
I
tonight?
don't know.
You lost track of time, didn't you? You've been playing it since.
Oh, about 3 hours.
No, it was longer
What did
than
I
that.
say to you, Rex? I thought I said 40,000.
She lost me at
About 4
new
hours.
maps. What are these new maps that games get? I'm unfamiliar with this concept.
Yeah, but you like it when I play because then you go, oh, you've played that for 3 hours, so I need 3 hours Destiny time. So you
That's
go,
what he's doing to you right now. Are you not picking up on what he's putting down?
yeah, I know.
That's the rule. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But But I did watch 2 films that you wanted me to watch last night. So that
Which
goes
2
in my
films did you
witch
watch?
time as well. I can't remember the first one. Oh no, Glass
Time
Onion.
well spent, obviously.
Glass Onion.
And
That was
Bullet Train.
good. And Bullet Train.
Oh, nice.
There you go. 2 good films.
Yeah, so I asked if I could pick 2 films to watch, but apparently it's not the same thing.
No, I said you could pick them, and you went, "I'll play The Witcher for one of them."
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I said we'll sit and watch a film. It
Yeah.
might look like gameplay, and I might have a controller in my hand, but it's not. It's a film,
But it's not. Promise.
so you could sit and watch it and join in and make ooey noises.
Ooh. I did, and then I fell asleep,
Yeah,
and
you
then I got
did.
ridiculed because I was snoring.
Yeah, really loud.
So the T-Rex King wants to know,
It's a bit boring.
what's your favorite movie that came out this year?
Ooh.
What's been out?
It's been a very
Came out
nice.
this year.
I'm gonna need like a list of movies that actually came out this year because I have.
Yeah, what?
I was like, what got
Not
released this
really.
year?
Look, this might be controversial because the whole Disney thing, but Avatar was beautiful.
Was it?
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Have not seen it.
Oh, well, you should.
Is Avatar Avatar apparently made like $900 million, and it's like
Needs to make 2 billion, doesn't
right,
it?
but it's like it's a movie that apparently lots of people have seen, but like nobody talks about.
Yeah.
It's like
Dirty Secret.
it's like everyone goes to see it, but we shall never speak of this again. Yeah,
I mean, Disney is going through a lot of controversy right now, and like I'm one of the people that normally I wouldn't want to support Disney, but man, I couldn't pass up Avatar after seeing it, man.
What has been out this year?
yeah, I'm trying to remember what I've actually watched that have come out this year. I'll tell you the biggest thing I was
Now, anime-wise, there's been a lot of good anime movies. You can go that route.
I'll tell you what I was super disappointed in this year is the Matilda musical that Netflix has been hyping forever.
Oh, he wants me to watch that. Is it really bad? Give me excuses not to watch it.
It's
I'll watch it with the kids.
it's not. I mean, it's fine, I guess, if you can look at it as a thing that isn't Matilda or like the books or like the movie or like anything else.
Oh,
It
do they not stick to the book?
it is like someone told the writer sort of what happened in the book, like, and then they were like, all right, we're going to make a musical about this with possibly the least good songwriting I've ever seen in a musical.
Oh
Oof.
god.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's like this is no. Like Roald Dahl is one of the authors I hold near and dear, and
Oh,
I read
yes,
like
definitely.
everything of his growing up, and I'm like, this is not that.
Have you read any David Williams books?
I don't think so.
Yeah, don't, because they're just a major rip-off of Roald Dahl.
Got it.
Wow.
Every storyline, he's just mimicked and changed the characters, and like Phoenix reads them, and I read them to him, and I just get raged every night.
You're like, I've read this book.
Like,
It was called something different.
Yeah, I'm like,
No.
where did you get that idea from?
Look, a book set that I think is going to be good for Phoenix, and even y'all, because I read them as an adult, legitimately, right?
Yeah,
But it's called The Ranger's Apprentice. It's got like 13 books out right now. They're actually really, really good books. A brief overview, some kid wants to grow up to be a knight because he thinks his parents were knights. Turns out he's better at being a ranger, and he goes out to train with this one old grumpy ranger, and shenanigans happen. He ends up getting captured by Vikings at one point, and he has to escape, but he gets addicted to drugs. I mean, it's like
for a 9-year-old.
it's so good. And like I said, it's like 13 books long. It'll give Phoenix something to read for quite a while. And
Yeah.
I even say it's a good adult book to read if you're into that kind of thing, man. It's a really good adventure series.
Nice.
Have any of you
The
watched
Ranger's Apprentice.
the new Pinocchio by
Every time you say
Benicio del
Ranger.
Toro?
Yes. Okay, that was a good one.
Is
too.
it? I
It
haven't
was
seen
really
it yet.
creepy.
Is it as amazing as it looks? It looks like it's going to be
Yes.
great.
Yes. It's Benicio del Toro, dude. Come on.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it can't be bad. So
No, it was definitely good.
awesome.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'd like to change my answer. I think I'd go with Pinocchio. Although Avatar was way more beautiful, Pinocchio was just good. I mean, yeah.
Right. So I'm totally.
I think I was coming to Pinocchio.
I'm saying Moana, not that. Encanto. That was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, you liked Encanto.
Encanto, tomato.
There's
That was
the
really good.
2022 movie list is all things I
didn't come
need
out
to
this
make
year,
time
though.
to see, but haven't actually
Johnson didn't
watched.
come out this year.
He's just looking up like the top 20, the top 30
Well, I mean, I've
films.
seen films, but I
Hardly
don't
ever.
remember. Like,
Yeah, no,
No,
I'm doing the same thing. I'm going like, what came out this year? I'm
Fine.
going to say Prey, the new Predator movie that came out. I really enjoyed it.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Yeah.
Hey, you know,
I think that was female empowerment done right. Honestly.
Navajo woman.
It was really
I
good.
can't
It was, like the rest of this list are all things like that I just need to make time to see, and that's usually my end of the year time is go watch movies, and I've not been as diligent.
Did you guys see Top Gun Maverick?
remember.
Absolutely not. And I will not.
No, just because
Okay.
again, it's on my list of things to watch, and I just haven't made the time
I just
for it.
won't. I won't.
Why not?
Because in the original movie, on one of the patches on his jacket was Taiwan. Well, in the remake, he still had the same patches on the jacket, but China, legit story, look it up if you don't believe me. China got that Taiwan was on his jacket and refused to play the movie in China if Taiwan remains on his jacket. So the movies, they bent over to appease China and removed Taiwan from his jacket. So
Like in
No.
in every cut, not just
Absolutely
like the
not.
Chinese cut of the movie, like the entire thing.
and every look at it. Look, it's not in any version of the movie. The
I
Taiwan
mean,
patch is
you
gone.
can tell me to look, but I would never know what I was looking at, or realize this happened, or even know that this was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So no, anybody that bends over to China like that, I'm not going to support them financially.
No, that's like
I did
everyone.
enjoy Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Hmm.
I mean, I love my Marvel
But
films.
that didn't come out this year, though. That didn't come out in 2022,
It
did it?
No, it came out, I think, at the beginning of the year, February, March.
Yeah, like there
time.
was a lot of 2022, and I don't remember most of what happened in it.
Really?
No, it's been a weird year, really.
Apparently, we're at the
Oh.
end of that year, which is just it's very surprising to me. I don't know how we got here.
I mean, slowly. Well, not for me. I wish time would slow down a little. But yeah. Anyway, somebody else had a question in the chat. Hold on.
Did you have a favorite film? Did you say Peroty or?
I think I went with Prey, the new Predator one,
Mm.
because everything else mentioned is on my list of things to watch and haven't made time. I haven't even watched Jordan Peele's Nope yet, and I deeply have enjoyed everything else he's done.
That was really good, Parody. A lot of
Yeah.
people gave that a bunch of hate, dude, and I don't understand why.
People are stupid.
That
we
movie
don't
does
listen to
not
people.
deserve the hate it was given. It really doesn't.
Yeah, I for the most part don't like, other than like, asking humans that I know online and off what they thought about movies. I don't really look at who else cares about things. But yeah, I mean, Jordan Peele, I'm sorry, everything else you've touched is golden. I'm going to go see it. It's on again,
Yeah.
queued up on the list of things to watch. Just gotta make the time to do it.
And then I think we've got one which is from, is it T-Rex? Favorite TV show that came out this year? Or favorite show that came out this year?
I gotta go with Wednesday.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think just put Wednesday across the board. Wednesday was fantabulous.
I really like Wednesday.
Some people watched it without me.
Oh no, you didn't.
I watched the first episode with the kids, and then somebody else took over with the kids when I wasn't here, when I was at work. They watched the whole series till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning,
Yep.
and then text me and went, "We've watched the whole series."
Yeah. Oh, just take that back.
Wow.
Did the whole thing, one sitting. Didn't even have a toilet break.
The new season of Letterkenny also came out yesterday. So I
Did it?
Yeah, so I sat and watched that, like the whole that season is British style, like it's like 6 episodes. We binged through that whole thing. They're only half-hour episodes, so that was one evening. Sat down, watched it, finished
I
it.
love Letterkenny. I didn't even know what it was until last year. Somebody's like, "Dude, you gotta
Oh,
watch it."
it's such
Boy, was not disappointed.
no, it is such a good show, and it's on season like 11 or 12 or something that just came out, and they're all like it's like 6 hours
The
of TV. per
Canadian
season.
rednecks, dude.
Right.
That's how I
Letterkenny
describe
is
it.
phenomenal. It's on Hulu in the US and something overseas.
Something, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
was
know.
interesting because like the last couple seasons have been like was like from Crave, which I mean it's a Canadian show, so I know it was on like Crave, which is a Canadian channel streaming thing, something. And then this season it had Hulu branding all over it in the US. So I don't know if it's if anything's changed or if they were just like, who knows. Show comes out, I watch it, I enjoy it. I don't know who makes it. Somebody does.
Yeah. So the Adam Project was another good movie. It was on Netflix with Ryan Reynolds. Really good movie. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, this
I should have forgot about that.
Who remembers what came out this year? It's been a long year.
Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder was bad. It was bad. It was full. I no.
Thor: Love and Thunder was. I mean, it's what it is. Absurd and ridiculous, and had screaming goats. So I mean, like
the screaming goats were funny, but like, I don't know, man. It was definitely the worst of the Thor movies by far. And then even when you look at Thor from a comic book perspective, the director has such emasculated Thor to the point to where Thor's not Thor anymore in my eyes. Not this version. This isn't Thor anymore. Thor would not be this unmasculine. He just wouldn't.
I didn't like the Lady Thor. I didn't like that at all. And I just didn't like. And then the fact that it was Jane was just a bit. Oh,
yeah, but it's Jane in the comics.
Yeah, but I still didn't mean. It doesn't mean I have to like it.
I didn't say you had to.
I just thought it was a bit lame that suddenly his girlfriend turns up and she's like, "Oh, look, I've got powers too now." Woo.
Yeah. The thing that still bugs me that I never understood is Thor. Thor is the god of thunder, right? Thor is where he's the one that controls lightning. That's why without his hammer and without his axe, he can still shoot lightning. Right?
Yeah.
And yet Captain America picks up the hammer and he can shoot lightning? Whoa!
No, it's not right.
Whoa! Excuse me?
That's Mjolnir.
Yeah. And then again, Lady Thor. Now she can shoot lightning?
Yeah.
Thor is the god of thunder. He's the one that handles all the lightning and stuff. Why is everybody just able to wield lightning now?
Because they got the Arc 3.0 rework, obviously. It came with the Arc 3.0 update. Didn't you miss it?
Yeah, we talked about this. We
totally missed that.
Every bar shares a little bit of everything.
Totally missed that. Yeah. It's so dumb. And like when Captain America picked up the hammer, I was like, I knew it. But when he slung lightning, that ruined Endgame for me. Is when he summoned lightning. I'm like, whoa, no.
Oh no.
You're looking for a logic.
That's not how that works, dude.
Superhero media, sir. You're looking.
You ruined my Marvel films for me.
Yeah, but some of them are a bit lame.
Yeah.
Also, that being the worst of the Thor movies, have you seen the first two Thor movies? No.
I have. I stick by what I said. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There was one TV program that we really enjoyed over the last couple of weeks called The Traitors. Now, this is a UK
TV show.
It's a game show kind of. Well, TV show kind of thing.
Show.
It's basically Among Us in a kind of like in real life.
But it's like a Crystal Maisie type thing because they have to do tasks to get money as well, don't they? They have to work together.
So like in Among Us where they have to go around on the spaceship and they have to do the tasks, and then the murderers come around and murder them.
Yeah.
And then they all gather around a table and they discuss it, and people can, the traitors or the murderers in there can like convince normal people to vote out other people. So it's basically that in a game show kind of thing. So all of them kind of work together to build a prize pot, and then the traitors work against them, like killing them one at a time every night. They get one kill per night, and then there's a round table also per night where they discuss who they think are traitors, and then vote each other out. And it was over 3 weeks here over in the UK, and it was really, really good. It was, worth watching. And I found out that on Peacock, I think it's on January 12th, you get a version of it in America.
Who's presenting?
But is it a good version or is it a terrible version? Because we've got lots of UK things in America, and they've been bad.
I'm looking at it right now, Traders, and the synapse looks pretty good. And that dude on the cover with that smug little smile on his face, you already just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
What, Alan Cummings?
Yeah. No, Roger Corsair?
I've no idea. Your one is it says it's using cast from like Your Big Brother, Survivor, Housewife contestants and things like that. So semi-famous people that are already kind of in the media over there are going to participate in this Traitors game show with Alan Cummings.
This says The Traitors, and it's a TV series. So
there's something. There's The Traitors that just came out, which is not something different, not a game show.
Oh,
Traitors. Is it kind of old timey?
No.
What do you mean
World
old
War
time?
II. It's not World War II. Okay, that didn't either. Okay, I'm looking.
Okay, game
Alright.
show. It's a
Traitors
game
game
show.
show.
Start there.
The Traitors Peacock is what
There's-
I've typed in.
Yeah, there's
onto
lots of things called traitors. It's none of those things. There's no Nazis in this. There's no World War II. There's no Allied forces. I'm assuming. Respawn's like, yeah, watch that traitor thing. It was dark and gritty, and it was-
Yeah.
Oh, I know this guy.
man,
Alex-
when they
that's
killed
who
those
I
three
was- that's
people, it
his
was
name,
rough.
Alex Cummings. I know that guy.
When that Spitfire come in and blew them all up, it was
Yeah,
really
no.
And it was only by pure chance that me and the kids were listening to it on the radio when I was going to school. I said, kids, this is it sounds so much like Among Us, like the whole game show premise of, they go and do the little tasks, they build up a prize pot, they murder somebody at night, and then they talk about it the next day and see if they can vote people out. I said, it's basically Among Us. And then we watched the first episode and we were completely hooked. That was it. I think they put it on the iPlayer and you could watch the first 3 episodes. And then for the next 2 weeks after that, you had to watch it night by night. And it was like so gripping of like all these people arguing over who they thought the traitors were.
And some of the reasons they would give him was just like so pathetic.
It was funny. It got down to the end and they'd found 2 of the traitors and they thought that the 2 traitors that they got out were 2 women. And they made this assumption that the last traitor had to be, or one of the last traitors had to be, a man. So guess what they did? They voted out a woman. And it was like, what are you playing at? Why are you voting out a woman if you've all just discussed that it was a man?
But it was, on a serious note though, I said to Night Demon, it's scary, the pack mentality, isn't it? Because there's like, I don't know, 14 people to begin with, all round a table, and some of them went in like so dead set, like, I don't know, I can't remember their names, like, I'm going to vote for Bob, it's definitely Bob, definitely Bob. And then you had these really like strong gobby characters who would go in and go, no, it's John. And then they go, yeah, it's John, you're right, yeah. And like they would rally around the whole table to like start on one person and get that one person out. And I was like, God, it's really scary when you sit back and watch. Like some people just can rally round a group and get them all going and all revved up so quickly in a matter of minutes. I was like, God, some of these people.
Has anybody watched Willow yet?
No,
I really want to. I'm confused why they made a series of Willow. I'm curious, but
I mean, I loved the movie. I haven't seen the series yet, and I'm a little skeptical.
The movie, isn't it?
Sequel.
Yeah.
Or prequel.
well, yeah, I mean,
No,
it's got to be something
it's
because
definitely after the movie.
there was one movie that came out in like the 80s or early 90s, and then nothing, and then here's a whole series of Willow. It's like, why?
I think Warwick needed some work because Harry Potter's finished.
Like, did they just draw straws? Like, what random thing do we own a license for that we could make? Willow. Yeah, that's what people have been. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there being like, "Oh my God, there's a Willow series," but
dude, that's how I was when I saw it. Shut up.
Okay, well, hey, I mean,
I haven't seen it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
You all must
nervous to see it
exist.
'cause I don't want to because as a child I loved it. It had him in it. It had Batman. Who he played Batman.
Val Kilmer.
Val
There's
Kilmer
been a
back
lot of
when he
Batman.
was not a piece of crap, right? I mean, it was a big part of my childhood, right? And I love the movie, and I'm afraid if I watch the series,
Yeah,
it's gonna ruin it. So I want someone else to watch it and then tell me how it was.
Yeah, no, as someone who's watched everything he held dear as a child be ruined, just don't watch it. I'm going to say just out of the
away.
box. Just
Willow
don't
did a
do
good
it.
job. Not Willow. Wednesday did a good job. I grew up
Yeah.
watching Addams Family. Was not disappointed.
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
but
I didn't like the Gomez
yeah.
casting.
yeah, no.
Okay, we're not talking about Gomez. We're talking about Wednesday.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, no. The casting of both parents, I was like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
sure.
she doing that. Yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, Catherine.
Morticia was okay. Gomez was terrible.
Yeah.
Adult Gomez was terrible. Young Gomez, I'll give him a pass. Adult Gomez, nah.
And Fester, what was that guy's name? What was that actor's name? The guy who played Fester. I just don't care for as an actor. So every time I see him, yes.
What was his name?
Fred Armitage.
Yeah, every time I see him, I'm just like, no. Like, he was a fine Fester, but I just can't stand him.
Good though. Good soundtrack.
Any other questions? I thought I saw one in the chat in the Patreon. Are y'all still recording? Yes. Okay. Moving on.
Nailed it. Yes. Although I assume
Yes, we played a 2-hour game of Trivial Pursuit and then we moved on to question.
yeah. Although I assume at some point our Brits will want to go to sleep sooner or later.
What time is it there, y'all? It's
like
10 o'clock, so it's 8. 8 plus 5 is 13, so it's like 1 a.m., almost 2 for y'all?
Nearly 2 a.m.
Wow. But y'all don't have work tomorrow? No work, no school, no nothing?
He doesn't work, does he? So he's all right.
I do work.
Well,
He works. He works. Listen, young lady. No, hold on. Let me interject here. He works at a gas station in England at nighttime. There's nary a more dangerous job you can think of. You know?
Firefighter?
You don't even, honey, more people are killed by knives on every continent than guns every year.
He's got a little window that it's all shut. They can't go in there. He talks through a little window. He's quite safe in there with his little laptop that he takes.
For an hour, I have to let
What happens when he leaves? What happens when he gets there?
Yeah.
Him being there isn't the only time he's in danger.
Yeah. I'm in danger all the time.
I'm in more danger than you ever.
And you know what? I've seen some people. I watch these weird TV shows that I'm not going to mention because, you know, copyright and whatnot. But I watch these TV shows about crimes that have been committed all around the world. And a lot of these happen in England. And one particularly heinous one, some guy was trying to rob the cashier inside the little window. And the guy in the little window wouldn't let him. So you know what he did? He poured gasoline through that little window and lit it on fire.
He's got a little panic room. He's fine.
Respawn. Every time you mention the word copyright, I really want to know if you have any conception of how that works. You can mention TV shows. I was like,
it's Coffee House Crime, and the other one is Mr. Ballin, right? So they cover crimes all over the world. And England, y'all get creative with your crimes because you don't have guns, so you have to get creative with flamethrowers and knives and vehicles. Don't even get me started.
So it's like Florida with less alligators?
Very, very low.
Yeah. No, England gets creative with that stuff, man. It's nutty.
Yeah, but he only does 2 days anyway, so he's only in danger for about 20% of his week. The rest of the time he's
I can feel the love.
Yeah, but there's a lot of children at home. I'd say that's
have
what the danger
insurance.
is.
She must have life insurance on you, and it must have a nice payout.
Oh yeah, and how paid up if he goes. I've tried to get him a few times, but he bounces. So
listen, it's important to know if you're worth more dead than alive. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be aggravated as much if he was dead, would I? So you know, pros and cons and all.
You would. You'd find all the stuff around the house and go, oh, for God's sake.
I wouldn't be able to work half the house because half of it you've got the passwords to.
I've given you the passwords.
Oh, Chainsaw Man is pretty good too. Sorry, I thought this was a question in chat. And they're like, Chainsaw Man. I'm like, ooh, yes. But it's not a question. Somebody said Chainsaw Man.
But yes, we probably do need to end the podcast.
Just a statement.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I think
I'm fine. I've had a great time. This is a great show. We still have probably one more of these because they're not having anything until the 12th of January. So we still have at least one more of these shows.
I'm sure
so
about Destiny next week.
I mean, maybe we'll just turn the entire show into this. Maybe this will just be the new show.
Speaking of
That's
Destiny,
what it is now.
For those of you that are here, I had a build that I set up, right? And I was trying to tell Hawkslayer about it, and I had sent him my build and everything. The day after I sent him my build, there was a build by Plunder the Booty that does exactly what I just sent Hawkslayer. So it's Void Hunter, highest DPS in the game, and the only reason is because we take advantage of what we think is a bug, but it's been a bug since Void 3.0, right? But basically, we go invis, and when you come out of invis with our chest piece, the Hawk chest piece, you get volatile rounds. Well, once you have that volatile rounds, yeah, and you pop somebody with a Wither Horde, and you pull out a Void heavy machine gun with a fast fire rate. Almost every one of these bullets, or every third bullet, you trigger a Void Nova Bomb explosion. So you just see bosses' lights going brrrr, done. You know, it is so incredibly powerful. So if you thought whatever you thought was the highest DPS this year, you're wrong. It's the Hunter. It's the Void Hunter. Check out Plunder the Booty.
Until he makes
we always say
until he makes the next video with an even better one, because he's also put out 3 glaive builds for Titans, one for each subclass.
Yeah,
basically,
and the glaive builds are very good.
Yeah,
they are very good. Too, but they're not topping this damage.
Oh yeah, no,
they're
not topping the damage,
close.
but just saying, there's a lot of good stuff out there, and he's working on a Void Stasis build, I think, or a Warlock Stasis build, because that's how words work.
Yep,
words are hard.
He's got a Titan glaive build, a Warlock glaive build that are both incredibly strong. You get like 700 and something % damage on top of your glaive. It's nuts. It's disgusting damage. TBH, I'm tired of hunters hunting. Well, Zep, then be a hunter and you won't have to worry about it.
Hunter's going to hunt. What also is going to happen is if you would like to get the priority questions for our lovely shows that we do at the end of the year, because when Bungie takes off weeks of 12, we don't know what to do with ourselves. So you get things like this. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it. And if you want to ask us questions with like all our lovely patrons, we'll get this figured right one of these days. Patreon.com/TTAH, 2 Titans and a Hunter. And you can hang out with the likes of Zep Orbit, the T-Rex King, Dedicated Wham 64, Star Vortiger, the Scarlet KM, Carter 2782, Wee Noble, Golden God 1562, Basically Salt, PP Pipe, and Lord Master Chaos, who like to hang out in our top secret Discord chat for our lovely patrons who ask us questions, and we love them. They support the show. They help this thing be the thing that it is. And until next week, when we give you something else, you could also give us ideas, because clearly we need them, or we may not be playing Monopoly next week. You never know what you're going to get from us. Your Titans, as always, are Peroty and Night Demon. Your Hunters don't want to respond in real life. Our Hex Warlock, I think we determined, is Deacon.
No, Deacon's I'm the Hex Warlock, Hexblade Warlock. She's the wizard.
Wizard. She's a wizard, Harry.
High intelligence, lots of money.
Dungeon Master, depending on what we were going with.
Perfect.
Right.
Well, if you'd like to tell us what you are, or if you disagree with us, you can email the show at 2titansandahunter@hotmail.com. We're on Twitter at 2titans_hunter. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, really everywhere at 2 Titans and a Hunter. You can find all your favorite Guardians, really doing our best to bake the cookies to make Grandma happy. Because that's all we're here for. Cookie baking, not murder. It's all about cookies. You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Podcasts, Overcast, and really everywhere fine podcasts are sold. You can watch the show on YouTube, or just go to 2titansandahunter.com. That's where to find us. And again, if you want to join our lovely patrons over at Patreon, patreon.com/TTAH. If you want to tell us a couple bucks, yen, pounds, whatever you have this way, Ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/2titansandahunter. And as always, people stream things, this lovely game that we play on twitch.tv/2titansandahunter. And if you want to watch Respawn, twitch.tv/no-one-response in real life, who also streams this show live, whatever it happens to be, each and every week. So we thank you all for listening. We thank our lovely patrons and really everybody who listens to the show, and our lovely spouses who put up with us making this show. We appreciate you most of all. So thank you, Deacon. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Annie. We appreciate you. And anything else y'all want to say?
Love the time here. Had a great time. Deacon.
Next.
Okay, anyway. I'm going bye.
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 Have a happy new year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that's gonna happen, isn't it?
They can't hear me anymore. It's just us.
I'm never sure if he's talking to us or the chat, and I'm never sure if he knows which one he's talking
Chat
to.
can't hear me anymore. Chat's got the outro.
Ooh, outro.
Yeah, chat is getting outro. Ed.
And now I dropped the big gigantic secrets.